four of Jaden Harris, Lewis Simper, Mo Dabre and Noah Boutine, and a front two of Ashley Nadasan and Brandon Njoku. The referee this evening is David Rock. He's just got his right hand in the air. He's in a blue top this evening with black shorts and black socks. So he's just waiting until both teams are ready, and Yeovil will kick off tonight's proceedings, as I say, shooting from left to right as we see it. Ball high in the air towards the defence of Sutton, headed on by Sims. And Oluwabore goes back to Williams on this near side the right. Forward towards Tavon Campbell. Can he get the better of his defender? No, he can't, and Sutton keep it in on the near hand side. Falls to Oluwabore. And Sutton come out with the ball in midfield. They set away Nadasan, and he'll go past the halfway line. More centrally, he's got about 3 Yeovil players around him. He looks to, well, shapes to shoot there. Goes down on the edge of the area. Referee waves it on. And towards the far side, corner flag on Sutton's right side. 1-2 there. Not defended though by Yeovil. And Plant, ball in, over the top of the goal, towards really the crossbar, and I think Jed Ward saved it, tipped it over, corner on the far side. Mick.
Exactly that, but fast and furious. I mean, both sides went for that right from the kickoff, no doubt about that. You've got to say Yeovil started strong on this right-hand side. It's broke away, and Sutton, bursted forward. 2 or 3, you really make him up ground very, very quickly. So it's gone out for a corner, first corner for Sutton United.
Yeah, as you say, Mick, fast and furious. The game has started. So Sutton with the corner on the far side. Whipped in towards the front post and dealt with just about by Yeovil Town as they come out of the 18-yard box. Ball falls to Oluwabore as they push it forward. He's got about 3 yellow shirts around him, but will use that burst of pace and try and get past 1 or 2 of them. Goes past 1, can't get past 2. Simper for Sutton gets the ball out by Cousin Dawson, far side, throw in.
Just got to make sure, Josh, Yeovil don't just get, caught up in this. It is fast and furious. Just sometimes you've just got to take the sting out of the game. Don't let Sutton get that sort of upper hand. They're trying to really take the game to Yeovil. Yeovil just got to be clever. Just sort of, just take the pace out of the game a little bit, just to sort of settle it down.
They're yet to take the throw in. They do now. Ball over the top of the head and in towards the area. That's passed away there, believed by Jaden Harris, so throw in Yeovil far side. Yeah,
and it's gone out of the throw on, and just what I just said, they've just taken their time over this throw on now, just to take the sting out of the game, because when you're the home side and things are going against you, which they have, they want to try and make a really good positive start. So what Yeovil got to do, just make it difficult, make it really uncomfortable for Sutton, just make it everything they do, don't give them anything at all.
2.5 minutes played here. Sutton 0, Yeovil 0 in South London. As I say, as we look over a dry and dark night, the main stand away to our right-hand side with all the Sutton ultras, as you'd call them, and Yeovil Town fans situated away to our left-hand side in the far-sided stand. And there are a few of them, about 150 or so. Yeah,
great turnout, full of admiration for that, coming on it's sort of Tuesday night here, and it's a long old journey.
Yeah, about 3 hours from my sat-nav, and I don't live in Yeovil, so yeah, decent one for a Tuesday night. Ball back with the Yeovil Town defence. As the ball's floated over by Carl Ferguson was passed into the box really by Sims on this near side the right, but couldn't put a ball with enough pace on it to trouble the keeper.
Yeah, I think he got caught in 2 minds for me, Josh. Do I put it across in, or do I bring it down? In the end, it was nothing really.
Yeah, ball over the top, defended, dealt with yet by Ferguson, back to his keeper, and Ward will claim on the on-rushing Njoku, the number 34 for Sutton United. Ball just in the midfield, it's tackled by Cousin Dawson, and Oluwabore couldn't get a foot to it, so it'll roll to Sims in goal. I say Sims in goal, it looks like a late change. It does look like David Aziea is in goal, although I think I saw on the team sheet it was Jack Sims.
It was Jack Sims, as I said, we've got that, but just looking at the number on the back of the keeper's shirt, I think you're dead right, Josh. There's been a change there.
Yeah, maybe a disturbance for Jack Sims in the warm-up. So, David Aziea is in goal if you're marking your team sheets. Ball over the top for Sutton. Calls of offside. No, round the line did Harris. Ball back in on the far side towards the back post, and still with Sutton, and away by Sims for Yeovil Town. Oluwabore going to come out with the ball this near side, puts the ball down the line towards Campbell, who will set Josh Sims near side the right. Yeovil Town still in possession. I don't think Campbell realised he'd get the ball there. He does. McCormick. Marias lets it run across his body. Far side with Plant. He's going to drop a shoulder. No, step over towards the byline. Puts the ball into the area. Low ball in, but no one's there to deal with it for Yeovil Town. Nadasan and One will go both sliding in, and Yeovil Town come out with the ball. Marias into Campbell. Edge of the area. Marias shoots low, and it's saved by Aziea in goal.
Well, it's a decent passage of play there, Josh, in terms of, Yeovil, yes, perhaps they should have done better on the first phase, but then they regained the ball. Marias had a strike at goal. All right, he's not really troubled the keeper, but decent passage of play.
Yeah, first shot on goal there for Yeovil Town this evening. 5 minutes play, coming up to 5.5 on the clock. Sutton 0, Yeovil 0. As we look over a dark South London here at Gander Green Lane. Sims just missteps Boutine there on this near side the right. Ball down the line towards Campbell, but he can't pick it up, and towards this corner flag, as I say, away to our right hand side. Sutton have the ball now with Pruti, and back to Aziea in goal, and McCormick almost got that off the toes of the goalkeeper as he was on rushing. Marias goes more centrally, tried to shape to shoot and couldn't do so. Sutton defend well and fires a ball out to Njoku as the rampant home crowd in front of us here will their team on, and Njoku takes a shot. It's blocked. Simper, and that should be offside. Oh no, assistant says no. Flag stays down. It definitely was offside. Ball in on this near side towards the back post and had to be dealt with there by Plant. Corner.
Well, you say corner, but for me it was definitely offside. And you know what? The official over that far side wasn't up with play. He wasn't level at all, so he was guessing really. But just going back to McCormick there, putting the keeper under pressure there, Sutton keeper, he's got to do that all night because he does look a little bit unsure of himself, the Sutton young keeper.
David Aziea, number 21. In goal, as I say, late change for Sutton United as they have a corner on the far side. Right arm goes up, it's a right-footed in swinger, and Jed Ward is able to claim that in the centre of his goal and rolls it out to Oluwabore, looking to mount a quick counter-attack. They won't do so. Oluwabore, goes back to Sims, and he tries the Cruyff turn that Jake Wannell's famous for, or rather, Johan Cruyff is so famous for. Nadasan, Harris, near side the left, wants to put the ball in. Edge of the area, through to Harris, who might shoot, and he does, and it's blocked by Ferguson. He had to be there because Nadasan was in. It was going to be 1-0. Corner.
Well, it's good play, you've got to say, from Sutton there, but for me, that's all down to Sims, trying to do a Cruyff turn in a really, well, you're in a defensive position. You don't take risks there, and he's took a risk, and it's nearly backfired on him.
So, another set piece for Sutton, near-sided corner. Left arm goes up this time, and the ball is whipped in, and it's away by Ferguson, who rises highest. That tall Scottish frame that he has. Skips away to Oluwabore from two players. Marias, I think, is offside if he keeps running the line. Don't worry, McCormick's there. Can he play it across the face of goal towards... Oluwabore takes a shot. It's well saved by Aziea. Falls to Tavon Campbell. I thought he was going to lay in Marias there. It didn't do so. The ball had deflected back to Oluwabore towards Tavon Campbell at the back post. And away by Sutton. What a chance for Yeovil Town.
That was a great chance, wasn't it? An absolutely glorious chance. But you've got to say we've already criticised the young keeper of Sutton, but it was a top save.
They might be in again here. Campbell, far-sided, going to put a low ball in. It deflects off of Jack Taylor, and it's a Yeovil Town corner this time on the far side.
Yeah, well, exactly. They deserve that because, as I said, it's been... we've been into 10 minutes or so into the game, and they've looked very, very lively, Yeovil. Especially in the attacking third. I've liked to see it, and Campbell's already impressed me, with his pace as well. So, yeah, it's a good start.
Approaching 9 minutes here at Gander Green Lane. It's Sutton 0, Yeovil 0. Yeovil with the best chance of the game so far. I mean, if you're going to be pernickety, Andrew Oluwabore could have done better there. Maybe not smash it, maybe place it the other side of the goal, but
he's in it with pace. And unfortunate.
Ball in from the corner onto the head of Ferguson, and he can't. I think Wannell actually got the touch on that, but Aziea saves well. He'll just roll it out towards Pruti and Njoku into Simper in the midfield for Sutton United. Fired across from Dabre to the far side. This is Harris back now with Tizard. 5 appearances for him, previously on loan at Chippenham Town. Ball is back with 1-1 now, as that long ball is fired over, didn't meet anyone. This is trying to find Campbell on the long ball. He can't keep it in, throw in for Sutton on the far side. 0-0.
Yeah, it's 0-0, but to say it's very entertaining, I've got to say that, Josh. And Yeovil, I go back to it, Yeovil has started very brightly. What they've got to make sure they do, though, they've got to be really mentally strong. I always say that many times about players. Yeah, you can be good technically, you can be good tactically, you could be great physicality, but you've got to make sure you're mentally strong, because you have that winning mentality. Take the game to Sutton.
It's the voice of England C assistant manager and goalkeeping coach Mick Payne on the call this evening. Richard Dryden in the dugout for Yeovil Town in a short sleeve training top. It's cold tonight. I've got the windbreaker on. Mick's got a nice gilet, so yeah, it's not a warm one.
No, it's perfect though. It's a perfect night. I said it earlier, it's a really good night for a game.
As Prutti will fire a ball across the line, or down the line rather, and Williams can't get the touch on it that he may want. It rolls out for a throw in near side for Sutton.
Yeah, it's just a bit scruffy, a little bit untidy from Williams. He's better than that, he knows that, but it's a cheap ball to give away, because it just gives the opposition a chance to set things up, get bodies forward, and so they've got his throw on here about just outside the box, really.
Yeah, Morgan Williams, and yeah, as you say, a bit of a miscue from him, and he knows that. 1 goal this season, got it on Saturday. That's a good challenge there from Williams, and Simper goes diving over his leg, but referee waves play on, and Oluwabore just about comes out with the ball on the near hand side. Once the free kick, won't get it. It's 6 in one hand and half a dozen in the other. Boutine near side to Simper. 1-2 between him and Harris. Simper will go against the 1-2 though and cut inside. Ball back with Prutti. Number 14 on his back. 11 appearances, 2 goals. Capped by Albania at youth level, as Harris puts the ball forward towards towards Boutine, actually, on the far side. And it will be a corner, as Yeovil don't deal with it as well as they may have wanted to. 12 minutes in, 0-0.
Yeah, again, the Sutton attacking, what I call attacking 2, really. They've looked very lively. They're prepared to sort of make the back line of Yeovil, just make them defend it. They're asking a lot of questions of them at the moment.
So another set piece on the near side, the left for Sutton. They might take this short. Simper goes short, but I don't think they're going to use him. Ball in from the corner towards the back post, and it's over the head of everyone. And I think it will be a goal kick for Jed Ward. Just a chance for Yeovil Town to calm things down now. Well,
calm things down, but what's been impressive so far, they've looked organised at the back there. I like that, in terms of, I just mentioned, the front 2 look very lively, got a lot of pace about them, but you've got to make sure, wing backs have got to come in, in terms of doing their job as well. Josh Sim's got to help out, James Plant's got to help out. Just make sure they're doing their jobs for the team.
Ball over the top from Yeovil Town. It finds absolutely no one.
Yeah, that disappoints you. It disappoints you because it's a gift. You give it away too cheap. When you've got a football, you've got to treat it like a piece of gold. Make sure you don't give it away cheaply.
Williams puts that ball out near side. So Sutton throw in. Yeah, as you mentioned, Mick, that front 2, very dangerous for Sutton United. Ashley Nadasan is one of them, 31 years old. 12 appearances, just the 1 goal previously of Gillingham, Crawley and Carlisle, and Brandon Njoku, who's only 20. He's got 12 appearances this season and 2 goals. So has featured in the National League Cup as well for Sutton United. Yeovil might be on here. Campbell puts a ball through towards Oluwabore. Inside right channel, takes a shot. Well defended there by Jack Taylor. Corner to Yeovil Town. How many set pieces are we going to have in one half?
Exactly, could be a few, but look like they're going to play this short here, Yeovil. Yeah, they
do, yeah. Oluwabore, as McCormick just jogs around him, and he's tried to put the ball in. I think it's a throw-in rather than a corner, but it's pretty much a corner on this near side for Yeovil.
He started well, Oluwabore, I must say. He has, he's been prepared, gets his head up.
I know it's a corner.
And he's direct, isn't he, Oluwabore? That's what I like. He's very direct.
As I say, corner in. It's going to be Sims, right-footed, floated in towards the back post, and no one's there for Yeovil Town. It'll go out off of the Sutton head though, so another corner for Yeovil Town, this time on the far side.
Yeah, asking a few questions, as I say, these are the things that you work on during training, these set pieces, You can see there's variation at the moment. Everyone's come out more or less to the edge of the box here, Yeovil players, so they're going to try to just make late runs, try to just get the edge on the Sutton men.
Left arm of Josh Sims goes up, ball in towards the edge of the 6-yard box, and it's controlled down by Campbell. He can't get a good shot away, and Morgan Williams, and the referee has blown the whistle. I think for a foul in the build-up on Jake Wannell, so free kick Sutton. Yeah,
again, it's just, giving it away. When you've got, that passage of play I keep on about, don't give it away cheaply, in terms of, they've got a free kick here, Sutton. It's easy. Yeovil got to be a little bit more cuter in the way they go about it. Don't give cheap free kicks away, because it just stops the flow of the game.
Free kick for Sutton. It's going to be taken by Azieya. Infield to Harris. Far side the right. Back to Azieya in goal. He goes, he just boots it down past the halfway line, and Yeovil Town come out with the ball. Yeah, no real intent there from Azieya to find a player. So the ball is turned over, and it's with Williams. He calls Olawavore short. He'll run back towards the halfway line. Coming up to 16 minutes played here at Gander Green Lane. It's 0-0. Good touch there from James Partner. He'll drive through. James Partner still going in the box. Oh, ball across the box, and he can't find Junior Marias. And Yeovil still in possession though. Still with Olawavore. He goes through about 2 players. Can he get the better of the third? No. Good challenge there from Jack Taylor. As the home crowd scream man on as the Sutton midfielder loses the ball. Sims. Centrally for Yeovil Town. Sprays it out to Plant. And ball in by Wannell. It's towards Azieya at his front post. He will collect. And it remains goalless here.
Yeah, I'm getting going. It's really good to see. The pressing from the Yeovil team is very, very good. As that ball travels, they make up ground, make it difficult for the Sutton men to just get their head up, making it difficult. It's good.
Oh. And Njoku, can he get the better of Ferguson? He can't. The referee will wave that on. I think that's fair as well. Just a coming together rather than any foul on the last man. Marias steps back into his midfield role. And we'll go back to Williams. Down the line. Goes over the head of Olawavore. No real, as I say, intent there from the Williams ball over the top.
Well, he's got to be better with that, Williams. He's a good player. He must make what I call better decisions there. It's giving the ball away cheaply. Yeah, again, don't need to be doing it.
Presto is on from Yeovil, and Olawavore gets the ball out for a Sutton throw on this near-hand side. It looks like Jack Taylor is screaming at his goalkeeper. Not quite sure what the communication was there.
No, but go back to your point there, Josh. The press is on. It's good to see. If one goes, the rest of them go. That's got to be the trigger, but that has been a real good feature in this opening sort of 18 minutes or so. The pressing's been very, very good indeed.
Yes, what Yeovil Town have been very good at away from home. Great ball down the far side from Wannell towards Marias, who just missteps a little bit there. Can't get the practice on the ball that he may want to, and Sutton's midfield come out with the ball, though Marias tries to track back and win the ball back. He leaves it this time, and the ball goes through Sims's legs, but Williams is there on the cover. Sims now, Olawavore's more wide right-hand side, the near side for Yeovil Town, rather than as a number 10 at the moment. Tackled by Wannell, and Marias tries to go forward. He can't do so. Tackled by Harris. Simper in the centre circle, just outside now for Sutton United.
Got to say, Josh, it's a very, very open game. Yeah. Very open game.
Yeah, there are definitely some goals in this one if it stays this way. Ball in to the box, but Njoku's unable to get the header there. Tamil Campbell just holding off his man, goes down. Referee waves it away. It's very lenient, this referee.
Well, he's letting the game flow. That's the big thing. It wasn't a foul for me anyway, but he's letting the game flow.
Boutin tries to get the better of Sims. Just stood up there by the number 19 and backwards to Pruti. Referee this evening, David Rock. He's being observed as well, so potential there for, as you say, just to kind of let the game go and not make any too many rash decisions.
Well, what you don't want to do is just stop the flow. As I said, when you get a game of football, you want it to flow well, and both sides will appreciate that. The managers will appreciate that as well.
Far side now, the ball in the hands of Jake Wannell, the captain. Number 6 on his back. 11 appearances for Yeovil Town this season. Was featured in all games. So has Jed Ward, and Morgan Williams as well. It's a nice idea there from Marias to find Sims, who was on rushing, and he'll still try and get the better of the keeper, who, took a bit of a heavy touch. The ball was fizzed back to him. Boutine over the top. And Njuku can't do anything with it. He received the ball again, though, on that clash there with Morgan Williams, and he'll send it back to Idon Pruti.
Good shape, though, from Yeovil. Very good shape in terms of the front men defending from the front. It's good to see that.
Far side now with Sutton United. 20 minutes played here. Sutton 0, Yeovil 0 on BBC Radio Somerset. Pruti for Sutton. Olawobore comes back to try and defend. Pruti comes forward. Nice 1-2 with him and Boutine. A great challenge there from Josh Sims as Boutine keeps the ball in just on this near-hand touchline. Puts the ball through the legs of Sims, but he'll come out with it, does the number 19. Towards the goal line as well. I think that's off of Boutine. It is. It's a goal kick for Yeovil.
Yeah, he did well there, Sims. Though, as I said, he's going to have to do quite a bit of work here, because that's where they're getting a lot of joy out on this sort of left-hand side, Sutton. So Sims is having to really sort of, do defensive work on a regular basis here this evening.
So the goal kick is taken short, and Ferguson will fire it over the top towards the head of Campbell. He can't get anything on it. The ball is back with Taylor, and now Lewis Simper, who did spend, the littlest of time at Yeovil Town. He appeared once in 2021 when he was on loan from Cambridge. He now plays for Sutton United.
Well, that's a big stat, that. Well done there, Josh. Well done.
Previously about Wealdstone and Woking. But the ball is with Jack Taylor now. Harris pokes it through to Boutine. It's a 50-50 there between him and Cousin Dawson. And Njuku comes out with the ball, tries to Ronaldo chop around Morgan Williams, can't do so, just that chop between the legs. And Yeovil again, as I say, come out with the ball. Marias can't get the flick on that he wants.
Well, he didn't get the flick on because, I say, the ball's got to be up to him. He's got to try to secure that. He's hit with too much pace. Hit in terms of Marias' feet, and then he can just secure the ball.
Yeah, wants that ball into feet rather than ahead of him. Sutton remain in possession. Pruti. Dabre, who has his third start in the season this evening. The Italian-born centre midfielder. Ball is with McCormick, though. Plant, far side the left. Marias, who drops rather than a 10. He's almost a number 8 for the time being. Just crosses the halfway line. Williams now to Cousin Dawson and back to the goal scorer from Saturday's game. He's done a lot for this club, has Morgan Williams. 6 years. He's set there from Olawobore. He's got the ball back, though, and so does Olawobore. Skips past one. He does that so well. Just a drop of the shoulder. Infield to McCormick. Might release a shot, and does off the bar! What a shot from Luke McCormick to try and get his 4th of the season. It smashes the face of the crossbar and comes out. 2 big chances for Yeovil. How's this game still 0-0?
Yeah, great strike. As I said, it weren't fortunate, it weren't luck. He's actually picked his spot. He's sort of cut across the ball, the outside of his foot, and it's whistled past the keeper, but of course it's just caught the bar flush in the middle, isn't it, and bounced away. Just if it goes underneath the bar, it goes in. In terms of it hits the underneath of the bar, I'm sure that goes in. Great strike.
Yeah, it's not one of those ones that chips the top of the bar or chips the bottom.
No.
It has come directly off the face of the woodwork.
Exactly.
And back out into play.
Yeah. But again, that's all down for me, though, in terms of Olawobore. He's every time he gets it, he's positive, and he gets his head up. He has a look and says, I'm going to take you on the back line. And that's impressed me tonight so far. Olawobore really is, on the front foot.
He's a real bright spark ever since coming in. He was the only signing that Danny Webb made in his short time in charge. The one game in 10 days that he had. Down goes Campbell. Referee again waves it away. Seemed like just a coming together there. Morgan Williams will punt the ball away for Yeovil Town. Throw in near side for Sutton United.
Say pump the ball away for me. That's effective defending. That's what you want from Williams. No risk in those situations. Start again, get reorganised, and that's what you want to see from an experienced player.
Yeah, gets it clear. Ball comes back to him. He'll head it away as the number 4. Ball falls to Mo Dabre in the centre of the park for Sutton. 24 minutes played. Sutton 0, Yeovil 0. Ball over the top towards Njoku. He goes down. And no, the referee again tells him to get up because Williams had done just enough there to defend, and Jed Ward will pick this up and roll it out.
When you say just enough, though, Josh, what he's done is read the situation. That's what you want. He's tracked the run. I've seen the ball as well, and he's just sort of put a leg out, and he's done exceptionally well there.
And away by 1-0. Yeah, Yeovil, if whether you want to call it as if luck goes their way on a different night, that ball drops underneath the crossbar and Olawobora goes the other side of the goal, and Yeovil currently are 2-0 up at the moment, but it is still 0-0 in this universe. Well,
it's 0-0, but it's positive. It's positive, yes, in the terms of how they've gone about the game. They've just got to keep believing they're going to get this first goal as well, and the way they've started, I think it's on the way a little bit.
Cousin Dawson doesn't realise he's got a man on. It's a great challenge there from Dabre, and he'll set Sutton going forward, and they do more centrally. That's a bit of a push in the back there from James Plant, although I think they were going with some momentum, both players. James Plant goes into the book. It seemed like, I don't know, arms outstretched potentially in the back. Sutton player goes down, free kick.
Well, I think it's a little bit harsh out on James Plant. He's trying to track back.
Yeah, because both players were coming up
and they're going at pace. They're going real pace, and the Sutton man sort of just put the brakes on slightly, and Plant's just going in the back of him. But I don't think there's any intent in that. Yes, it's a foul, but I don't believe that's a booking. But this is where Yeovil just got to make sure they defend stoutly here, do your jobs. This is where the communication comes in, Josh. Making sure people are being picked up. This is where you want, Jed Ward just organising his back line as well. So just got to be switched on here.
Yeah, it's one of those free kicks where attacking player feels the contact, goes down and wins a free kick in a really good position here, actually. Inside right channel, maybe 25-30 yards away from goal. So just about in shooting range as Yeovil set up a it looks like 3-man wall with is that Tabon Campbell? No, it's a 2-man wall with Tabon Campbell and Morgan Williams. Yeah, James Plant just standing right of the wall.
You've got Marias just sort of being like a sort of a charger in a way.
Yeah, it will be Marias to charge out towards that baller. So it's a 3-man wall temporarily with Marias, Campbell and Williams. Sutton shape to shoot in probably their best chance of the half so far. 27 minutes played, 0-0. Free kick about to be taken. And it's across the wall, and it's well saved by Jed Ward down to his right-hand side.
Well, it's well saved. It's good technique from Jed Ward. Exactly that. It's bounced just in front of him. It's not been hit with a lot of venom, really, but you've got to save it. And what happens with that, Josh, when a coach with keepers, he's got to hold that. If you don't hold that, it pops out, you get a secondary, and he's held that very well.
So Yeovil Town looks to restart things here, headed on by Campbell, just playing his way along the back line for Sutton, and really good defending there from the Sutton defence. Ball is with Simpa, and Dabre gets away from McCormick, and Simpa will set Sutton going forward. Tricky feet from the forward, and it's a heavy touch there from the Sutton United winger, and it'll go out for a goal kick.
Well, what he did, he faced the Yeovil man up and just sort of tried to knock it past him, and you're dead right, he's overcooked that, hasn't he? And it's gone out of play for a goal kick, but there was a good chance, there's a good break there from Sutton. This is where Yeovil got to be switched on. Don't just get caught out by someone just doing a bit of pace.
Yeah, Ashley Nadasan was the man to twist and turn and try and get a shot away. He couldn't do so. 28 minutes played at Gander Green Lane. Tonight on BBC Radio Somerset, it's Sutton 0, Yeovil 0.
Yeah, and I think it's, in terms of scoreline, Yeovil deserve to just be in front for me.
Yeah. They don't manage to get the flick down from the goal kick, and Sutton again coming out with the ball. Yeah, I agree with you, Mick. They should at least be a goal up.
I do believe that. I think the play is warranting that, in terms of their, especially their attacking play. They've nullified Sutton generally, but what I say many times, Josh, when you are creating chances like that, you must take one of them, because the opposition will get a chance.
Down goes Pruti on a fairly tame foul there from Olawobora, and Sutton will restart play quickly with a pass towards Taylor, and it's back with David Azayea in goal. Tizard, Jones, the captain, long ball down the line on the far side towards the feet of Ashley Nadasan, takes it well, backwards, Simpa. We'll take a shot from here, and Jed Ward saw it all the way. He's lucky that he's not lucky that he did. He saw it, and he will fire that goal kick, a drop kick all the way to the Sutton goalkeeper in his box.
Yeah, he just tried to look for Campbell up top there, didn't he? In terms of just being a sort of one-on-one. It's decent play really from Jed Ward, but just got too much on it in terms of his clearance.
It's a great whip there from Lewis Simper to try and find the right-hand side of Jed Ward's goal, but as I say, he watched it.
Yeah, he read that all the way, didn't he? He's looked very comfortable at the moment, Jed Ward.
Simper, infield to Harris. Down through to Putin, puts the ball across the box, who had the back post. Oh my God! Jed Ward with a fantastic save. He was at his right post. The ball goes across the box. Before you know it, Jed Ward's at his left post. He makes the save and it's out for a corner. Well, unbelievable.
He makes the save, I'm telling you now. That is a world-class save.
That is.
World-class save. Yeah. You're dead right. He's on his right-hand post. What's he's done so well? As the ball's travelled, his footwork was so quick getting across.
Gone with the ball.
He's gone across. It's his footwork that's got him out of trouble, and then he's saved it just with his foot, and it's gone over the bar. But it's a wonderful save, top draw, match-winning save. That
it really is. Ball in off the corner from Sutton, headed down by Pruti, and Njoku can't get anything on it. It'll go out for a goal kick. That is probably the best save I've seen this season from Jed Ward.
Well, as I said, people don't realise what that's all about. That's just having a belief that you're going to get there. You never say die. Should he have scored to Sutton, man? Yes, he should. When I say the goal was gaping, it was because Jed Ward wasn't even in the picture, but he got his feet across that line so quickly, and then he's just made sure he made himself big. And I think his big size 10 has put it over the bar, isn't it? It's a fantastic save, and I call that early on. That is a match-winning save.
It is. When a ball gets fired across the box like that at that pace, and you think, right, defenders aren't back with you. You think it's almost a foregone conclusion that Sutton are 1-0 up because the keeper never makes those kind of saves, but he has had the wherewithal to run across the goal and save that literally from post to post.
Exactly that. They're the sort of things that you practice though in training. They're those scenarios you do day in, day out.
I can wax lyrical about that save all evening, but we won't because the play's back underway. Still 0-0 here. 32 minutes played, the ball down the line on the near-hand side. Josh Sims can't head it down, it'll go out for a goal kick.
But, we go back to it, you say 32 minutes in, Josh. Look, Yeovil have had the better of the half, really, but it just goes to show you one opportunity, one lack of concentration, one lack of focus, and then you could be one down. So, Jed Ward has just kept his side in it.
Ball is back with Aziea at his feet, in goal. And that's really not good distribution there from the substitute goalie that's had to come on in the late replacement for Jack Sims. He started the game. We didn't think he would because on the team sheet, Jack Sims, number 1, is on there. So Aziea fires the ball out of play. Back in play though with Campbell on the near-sided throw, and he tries to overlay that to Sims and can't do so. Gets the ball dispossessed there from Harris. He'll put that out of play, so another Yeovil Town throw near side.
Yeah, just got to make sure that they, just look at how this game's. Just see if they can find that little bit of a weakness from the Sutton back line at the moment. Because I've already said early on, I think if we can get Alabayo on it more in terms of getting on the ball more. Campbell's got pace, Marias has got pace. There's a lot of pace up front here. That's what they've got to utilise. Just try to really use that pace.
Harris air kicks the ball. It'll come off his back heel and go for another Yeovil throw near side the right. 33 on the clock. Sutton 0, Yeovil 0 is the score. Ball across to Campbell. It comes off his back and Sutton will regain possession. Ball over the top towards Njoku and dealt with by Williams. Headed forward towards Cousin Dawson, near side the right. Down the line towards Campbell. It comes off of his instep and it will be a Sutton throw near side.
Yeah, you just mentioned Cousin Dawson. I don't think he's been mentioned too much, to be honest with you, Josh, but he's doing a good job. He's doing a lot of what I call tracking, doing a lot of the ugly work, tracking. It might not be on the ball enough, but he's making it difficult in that midfield for Sutton.
So a throw in taken by Pruti down the line and headed on by Josh Sims. Back infield by Pruti and taken down by Nadisan, but towards Jake Wannell. He'll fire a ball towards Marias, but again, Sutton pick up the ball down the line from Harris, and almost Njoku getting that, and he was one-on-one really if he'd managed to get to that ball. Williams back to Ward. And he'll distribute with his left foot. Junior just backs into his defender, and he can't win the header. So throw in Sutton, far side, their right.
Yeah, just would you say Sutton perhaps getting I wouldn't say a foothold, but they're starting a little bit more confident in their play. They're moving the ball quite sharply, quite quickly, and having a lot of the football at the moment. So for me, Yeovil just got to get back on track. Here's a chance.
Olawobore skips past one and can't get past two. It's a fantastic challenge there, I think, from Ashley Nadasan or Jaden Harris. And that, I tell you, teams realise the danger of Andrew Olawobore, because he does do that. He very swiftly drops a left or drops the right shoulder and goes past you. Bootin whips the ball in for Sutton. They can't get anything on it. Ball still in play. Harris takes a low shot. It's deflected and it's just wide for Lewis Simper. But yeah, as I say, it took a bit of a touch on the way in. It fell to Simper's feet. He got it out with his feet and it just went wide of Jed Rold's right post.
Yeah, I think Jed Rold had it covered though for me. It was a bit fortuitous, wasn't it? And the way it just broke for Sutton there in the box, and that's what you've got to be aware of. You know, sometimes things break and you just got to be switched on, not to be caught out. But just say, from Yeovil's point of view, Josh, I just want them to just start getting hold of the football a little bit. I wouldn't say it's been one-dimensional. They've got to find that plan B or plan C. Just make it difficult for the opposition. Just make some questions on them. Make it difficult.
Cousin Dawson into Olawobore, and back now with Campbell, who just is shy of his halfway line. Goes down, wants a free kick, but the referee won't give it. Ferguson. Off the pass from Williams, he'll charge forward. 1-0. Ward. And this is the part of the game where Yeovil Town need to get out, basically. It happened in the first 20 minutes against Altrincham. They just couldn't get out of their box. They will now, though, with Campbell. They can't just, sink back into their own area. Sims drops the shoulder, puts the ball in, and away by Sutton. Throw in near side. Yeah,
I like that from Sims. As I said, he just dropped his left shoulder, gone out on the right-hand side, and he sort of faced the Sutton man up. Unfortunate with his cross, but he's got to, just keep believing he can get the next one in.
Olawobore drops his left shoulder, looks to cut across, puts the ball. It was a shot, let's be honest, but he couldn't quite get the cross in, and goal kick.
You think that was a shot?
I think it was. I mean, it was towards the corner flag, I realised, but I just think don't think he got the curl right.
Do you know, Olawobore, for me, sometimes he's just got to be a little bit different. At the moment, I won't say it's one-dimensional, being a little bit unkind here, but they know how to sort of deal with him at the moment. He's got that pace, but he's got to be a little bit cuter and just change it up now and again. Yeah, not always be the same pace.
Yes.
Just slow it down and then go quick,
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, he'll always go kind of down the inside channels and drop a shoulder, and the defence, as you say, have learned to deal with that.
But they've cued into it, haven't they? They've cued into it a little bit. Listen, he's a threat, there's no doubt about it, Josh. He's a real threat.
Yeah. Coming up to 38 minutes on the clock here in Gander Green Lane. It's Sutton 0, Yeovil 0. Floodlights beaming down on the green grass here in Gander Green Lane. On the attack at the moment at Sutton, this is Dabre. And out wide with Harris infield to Jones. Pruti, near hand side the left. Bootin just circles out. Oh, and Marias almost had the tackle there, but back in the defence now with Sutton. Forward comes Taylor, outside the centre circle now. Simper, Harris, wide right side for Sutton as they shoot from right to left. Oh, Nadasan tries to fire a ball in, can't do so. Back with Nadasan, and now Simper rolls the ball back and finds Jones. Now Pruti, near side, puts the ball in towards the back post. Headed on by Nadasan and away by one a little. Full to Simper, and that shot's always going high and above the bar and into the housing estate away to our left-hand side, 0-0.
Well, it was, but let's just give Yeovil some credit there. They defended very, very well, stoutly. Yes, they had good possession of the football, Sutton, but what they did really well there, Yeovil, was making sure they didn't dive in. They just said, OK, right, pass it to right, pass it to the left. We'll just be sat in here a little bit, and that's what I like to see. Teams being organised, and that comes down from the captain. I can hear him communicating. That's what you need.
Approaching 40 minutes Sutton 0, Yeovil 0. Jed Ward fires the goal kick down the inside right. That comes off of a Sutton foot and towards Aziea, and all he can do is come out of his 18-yard box on the near-hand side and punt it out of the main stand. So throw in Yeovil far up the pitch.
Well, they'll take that. Just what they've got to do, you say far up the pitch, exactly level with the edge of the box. Got to make something happen here. They've got bodies forward. These are sort of like areas where you work in training to keep the football.
Sims into Oluwabore. Drops the shoulder. And tries to find Cousin Dawson. And Sutton United are on the counter here. They've got that all wrong. Williams off the back heel of him. Can Njoku get the better of Wannell? Far side the right. Wannell just presses him. Backwards with Nadasan. Infield to Harris. Can he get the return? No, he can't. And Wannell will pass long down the left-hand side, far side, with Marias on the ball for Yeovil Town. That was nervy.
Well, it was nervy and it was sloppy and it was loose, wasn't it, for Olabore? That was the difference.
Yeah, absolutely. And almost Cousin Dawson lost the ball out there as well. He comes forward. 17 for Yeovil. And it's exactly what you've said, Mick. They know what Oluwabore is going to do now. They've got two players in front of him, and he tries to go through them. He can't do so and loses the ball.
Well, you can just see it. Listen, he started off very, very brightly, but you're right. Players and the coaching staff will just look to see where his strengths are and nullify them. And at the moment, he's got to just come up with something different. As I said to you, he's a lively individual. I like his intent. I like his enthusiasm, his desire. But he's got to come up with something different.
Yeah, as we say, none of this is to discredit Andrew Oluwabore, but we both looked at each other then when he did the exact same thing and went, that's what you said right there. Over the top towards Simper. Can he keep it in? Just about. It's off of Sims. It will be a... No, I thought it was a corner. It's not. Goal kick.
Yeah, a little bit of a ricochet backwards and forwards there. But go back to that point, though. When he's got a one-on-one situation on a ball, he looks really dangerous. But you can see what's happened now. Sutton have sort of double-teamed him. They've got not one, two, perhaps sometimes even got a third just covering because he just goes for it, doesn't he? And they can see they've sorted it out a little bit. So he's just got to be more cute. He might even have to play a little 1-2 and get a return. That's
exactly what I was just going to say. Is if he has, say, Campbell or Marias running in behind him,
yes, exactly.
You can look up and use them.
Well, you would hope so.
Ball towards Campbell off the goal kick. He can't find it. Wrestling there with the back line of Sutton. 1-0. And Marias slips over. Doesn't get the purchase on the ball. It will be a free kick to Sutton. I think handball is the ruling from the referee. Unfortunately there for Marias, he just got wrong-footed by the Jew on the ground.
I think that, and also just couldn't get his feet sorted out, could he? That was the difference. To be up front with you, I think Marias out on that left has been reasonably quiet, really. It's come down his right-hand side more, isn't it?
Yeah, over the top on the right side now for Sutton. Dealt with by Wannell. Into Dabre, though. Approaching 43 minutes, 2 of normal time to go here at Gander Green Lane. It's still 0-0. Somehow.
Yeah, there's been opportunities for both sides, there's no doubt about that.
Out there by Oluwabore on the near-hand side, so near-sided throw for Sutton, taken by Pruti into Simper, back to Pruti, and he'll drive down this near side the left. And Njoku. Nice idea there. Bit of a cross-field pass. It was intercepted by Marias and back with Ferguson, and now Wannell. McCormick back with Wannell, looks up, goes right to his centre-back compatriot in Ferguson. Williams down the line to Oluwabore. Sims running in behind there, but that goes all the way back to Ward, who may have seen Sims on that run but couldn't use him. Ball falls to Campbell. He's got 4 or 5 shots down there, and he goes down and wins the free kick off the foul there. Great work from Tavon Campbell.
Well, you say great work is what I call centre forward work. Just making sure you draw the free kick. He was strong, upper body strength, physicality, and he was a target man there, and he just made sure he secured the ball really well. I'm looking at this. We fought 35 yards from goal here, literally right on half time. Yeah. Is it a chance to have a strike? Just see if something happens, or just set something up? For me, I know it seems a long way out, but I'd have a go here. Yeah. I would, just at this stage of the game.
It's maybe just a little bit further out than the Sutton free kick was.
But what I'm trying to say, Josh, you know, sometimes at certain stages of the game, you take an opportunity, you take a chance, and say, OK, look, this could be more or less the last sort of passage of the game. Make something happen.
And it's Luke McCormick over this, so it very well could be a shot.
Well, I'm going to call he's going to have a strike here.
OK, centre-backs lining up on the 18-yard line. McCormick does shoot over the bar. As you say, Mick, worth an opportunity. It's a good strike from McCormick, but all the way over.
Yeah, again, it's a decent strike, but what you must do is hit the target. Listen, if you hit the target, the keeper makes a save, you go fine. But if it goes over the bar, it's a cheap one, you know. But I did fancy he was going to have a strike there because he has got, he's got dynamite in those boots because he's already done it once tonight, hasn't he? I think that's half-time already.
And there's, no added time in this first half as we end the first 45 here at Gander Green Lane in what has been a very interesting, a very eventful first half. Mick, your assessment on the game so far?
Well, I think when you say eventful, I think both sides started, as I said, it was like really frantic. That first sort of 5-10 minutes, really frantic. And Yeovil definitely had the upper hand in that opening 20 minutes. They had good opportunities. We already mentioned about McCormick, great strike. Olabare has looked a real threat, you know, but he's been found out a little bit. And we've got to say, in terms of the assessment, in the end, listen, that could have been 1-0 to Sutton because Jeff Ward has made an absolute world-class save today. You know, anyone who's here tonight will see that because that was a top save from the Yeovil keeper. But all in all, I'd look at it. We should try and say, you know, we have had opportunities. And when you have opportunities, Josh, you've got to take them. That's the difference. All right, it's 0-0. It's now a 45-minute game.
Absolutely. Voice there of Mick Payne, the England C assistant manager and goalkeeping coach. As he was saying, it very much could be either 1-0 to Yeovil, 1-0 to Sutton, 2-0 to Yeovil, or 2-1 to Yeovil, basically. That's kind of how I see it anyway. I don't know.
Well, there's been chances, isn't there? Been chances for both outfits, no doubt about that. But, you know, from a defensive point of view, I think we should try to be, you know, pleased with the way Yeovil have dealt with, you know, Sutton generally in that first 45. It's about now that attacking threat. I've already mentioned they've got pace in abundance up top. They really have got pace there, Yeovil. They've got to utilise that. I do believe Marais has not really featured too much. He's been looking, but I think he's got to get on the ball. I've got to find him a bit more. Campbell's look, you know, lively up top, and you know, if they can just make sure they can fashion an opportunity, they can win this game.
Well, as we approach half-time at Ashton Gate, we'll send you back there for the closing stages of the first half at Ashton Gate. But half-time here at Gander Green Lane in the National League, it's currently Sutton 0, Yeovil 0.
In the National League, here Ipswich have got another corner on the far side.
Really important they concentrate. Only 2.5 minutes away until the whistle goes for half-time. City need to be on their toes.
First half stoppage time, corner for Ipswich, and it comes. Vitek, bit of a flat, but he was fouled and gets the decision. And a flat was possibly a little bit harsh because he was impeded. And he's got that physical presence about him that just when he goes for balls in that situation, he is capable of cleaning people out.
Yeah, I mean, Ipswich tried to replicate what City had done earlier on in the first half, tried to put the ball in front of the keeper, but Vitek's a big unit, he's 6 foot plus. And you need a battering ram to knock him over, and he's gone strong. The Ipswich player has ran straight into him, and you'll be very surprised to hear I was very relieved.
48.5 played, 5 added at the end of the first half. Reece under pressure, referee doesn't side with him. Athon, who's been a little bit quiet in the last 10-15 minutes. City get the ball on halfway with McCrory. Can they forge a foray forward in first half stoppage time? Nice feet from Viner for City. Wide left is Mehmeti. Promising position. Mehmeti from the left tries to cut it back. There's a chance for Borges. He couldn't get the shot away. Viner fouls his man according to the referee. O'Shea goes to ground. It just looks as though Viner was a bit stronger shoulder to shoulder there, but the referee has given the decision for Ipswich.
Well, you can tell by the crowd's reaction. There's been 4 or 5 gone against City in the last couple of minutes, and that was the worst one out of the lot. I mean, the Ipswich player tried to tow the ball away from Viner. Viner's just held his position. He's ran into the back of the Viner. Viner's won the ball in the 18-yard box. That could have been a really dangerous moment for City. And yeah, a bit speechless to be honest, and you can hear what the City fans think.
Another card's come out. I'm not sure whether or not that was for Viner or for Twine. Certainly, I think
it was Mehmeti. I think Mehmeti just for complaining. I think, and he did ever so well, didn't he, Mehmeti? Leading up to that, he was the first time he had 1-on-1. It was actually 1-on-2, and he still managed to get his cross in, and City almost got on the end of it.
O'Shea, ball forward for Akpom. Lays it out towards Davis. On it goes for Clark. There's another Ipswich player down. And in the end, the decision's gone the other way. Ironic cheers from the home support. Not had much change out of the referee of late. And it's just starting to get a little bit bitty, this game.
Yeah, McCrory's been booked. That one was a little bit late. I did watch the ball on that occasion, and McCrory got himself away from the ball. Then the ball fell to Tanner. Tanner had a decent touch, and then the Ipswich player came right through on him and won the free kick. And now the City fans are asking, where's the yellow card?
So we've played 30 seconds more than the stoppage time that was allocated. Vitek slips as he clears it forward, and that is the end of the first 45 minutes. So far, so good for City. Rob Atkinson's goal has given them a 1-0 lead at the break. Chris Honor alongside me. How satisfied should Gerhard Struber be with that performance so far?
Yeah, really satisfied. I thought City were excellent after a bit of a not a dodgy start, but a slow start where Ipswich controlled possession of the ball. They passed the ball well, they moved well, they tried to suck City out their defensive positions, but City didn't take the bait. They kept their shape, then they built into the game slowly. They passed the ball well. And the corner which came to Atkinson was brilliantly executed. Great little flick at the near post, and City have had the majority of the chances. I think there's four shots at goal. Some decent saves by the goalkeeper, especially the one from McCrory's header. But I can't remember Vitek, apart from taking some crosses, has had nothing to do all evening.
Are you concerned that City aren't being ruthless enough? We've seen that cost them in a couple of games recently, in particular the Oxford game here, where Reece had a couple of opportunities. It maybe should be more in front.
I would obviously be more concerned if they weren't creating the chances, but I suppose there is something to say for that. I mean, you have to take your chances at this level, or teams will get a moment in front of goal, and they teach you a lesson of how to finish. I mean, there's still 45 really exciting minutes to go, and City will come out. They'll have their tea break, they'll have their energy drinks, and they'll come out nice and strong, hopefully, in the second half. But this game's there for the taking, and I've been really impressed with the way City have applied themselves. They passed the ball well. I think even Zach Viner's, this little shimmy in midfield a moment ago, that was absolutely a minute ago, was absolutely brilliant. He fed Mehmeti. He had a 1-on-1 in the penalty box. They're all shining, they're all doing great, but that's only 45 minutes gone.
So Struber's side have the lead at the break. It's Bristol City 1, Ipswich 0.
Gentlemen, thank you very much. So far, so good. Share your thoughts. 81333 is the text number. You can WhatsApp me 08000 321 333. Just stick the word Bristol or Somerset in there if you want to use social media at BBC Bristol Sport and at BBC Somerset. So City, a goal to the good against Ipswich in the Championship. It is all square in the National League. Sutton against Yeovil Town. Watching this one for us is Mick Payne. Mick, what was the story of the first half? Will Yeovil be aggrieved or happy enough at the break?
Well, I think they'll be slightly aggrieved because, as I said, they started brightly, Ed. That's the big thing. They started very, very brightly indeed. McCormack's had a wonderful strike that has hit flush of the bar. If it just drops, a couple of inches, it's the underside of the bar and flies in. He's hit that from about 25 yards. Olivare, who's up top, is very, very threatening, but he's just got to be different. At the moment you can see Sutton now have worked him out because he gets his head up and drives at the back line, but they've worked him out a little bit. He's got to be a little bit more cute in his play. But in saying that, they could have quite easily been behind Yeovil, because I've got to say, a save tonight from the Yeovil keeper, Jed Ward, is just world class. He's got across his line. I mean, he had no right to save it, and it's gone over the bar, but it's just an absolutely top draw save. Hope to see that again if there's cameras here tonight, because it's a match winner. So yeah. Look, all in all, it's been a decent 45, but they can get a result here. It's there for the taking, this game.
Yeah, just that little bit of quality. Well, thank you ever so much. We'll be back for full second half commentary at Gander Green Lane. It's Sutton 0 and Yeovil Town 0 in that one. It is not goalless at Ashton Gate, however.
Crowded penalty area. Plenty to aim for. Mehmeti delivers. swings it in towards the 6-yard box and it's in! And City make the breakthrough! It's Rob Atkinson! Ashton Gate comes to life. Atkinson got there first. He wanted it more than anybody else. Teasing devilish ball in from Mehmeti. And it is the home side who make the breakthrough. Bristol City 1, Ipswich 0.
And watching that alongside Ross is Chris Honor, of course. And Chris, I put it on the social media message when I put it out. It's his first goal in basically 2.5 years for City, just before he got the bad knee injury. It's great to see him back on the score sheet.
Yeah, I've heard many fans describe it as a new signing. He's obviously been our player for the whole duration, and he's gone away and he's worked on his fitness at Portsmouth, and by all accounts he's sorely missed there, but he's been a revelation this season. I mean, I've met him on a few occasions when I've done Robin's TV, and he's a lovely lad, and no one ever, as a former player and as a fan, no one wants a player to suffer a cruciate ligament damage, because it's career finishing if it goes badly wrong, and he's bounced back brilliantly, and I'm so delighted for him. Not only has he put City ahead, but that's a real confidence boost for him and the rest of the players.
Yeah, absolutely, and very sort of quiet, softly spoken lad as well. But the delivery, I mean, a good header, but that delivery, put it, if not on a plate from him, put it in exactly the right area. And again, it's Anis Mehmeti, isn't it? I think it's his third assist of the season. And yes, on Saturday it didn't go his way. He missed a couple of good chances, but he's contributed tonight.
Yeah, I think what was more impressive even, and it's hard to say because the delivery was so excellent and the timing of Atkinson's run was so brilliant as well, was the way we won the corner in the first place. Mehmeti had chased down a lost cause. He panicked the Ipswich player into clearing the ball. He won the corner himself, and then the delivery was just, it was out the playbook. I mean, it was hit with such whip and swerve, an in-swinger, and Atkinson just nodded it in at the near post. Yeah, brilliant finish. City 1-0 up. What can you say? Delighted for the team so far.
Yeah, and it sounds like they've all done well. They've had the better chances. I guess the thing that they've got to be conscious of is that while Ipswich have made all those changes, they've got an incredibly strong bench. They're a very strong squad. This game is far from done.
Oh, absolutely, and I'm enjoying watching Jack Clarke play. I mean, he's got a little of a wand of a right foot. He cuts in from that left-hand side. He's got both Tanner and McCrory working really hard to null and void his efforts, and both of them are having to work exceptionally hard to do that. But Jack Clarke's a very dangerous player, and they're a good football team. They pass the ball well, they're sharp, but City have got a lovely defensive unit. And what I like about them, they're a unit. They are a real unit. They're working hard. Even Mehmeti now understands his defensive duties. That was one of his criticisms over the last few years. I don't know whether that was expected when he first came to us from Wickham, but now he gets it. Even Scott Twine, a lot fitter than he was last year, he drops in to defend. Reece is the trigger point further up the field, and then you've got Zach Viner and you've got Randall in midfield who are just mopping up everything. So it's a real delight to see how hard, considering the changes and the success they're having, getting the ball back from a very good Ipswich team.
Absolutely. Chris, enjoy the little break that you'll get at half time. We're back for full second half commentary there with City a goal to the good.
Extra time.
So I've had over 300 fights and I've only lost 3 fights.
What's the secret? What are you doing?
I don't know, I just train hard, win easy, I guess.
What a life motto that is.
With Claire Carter.
The show that gives extra time to local people with great sporting stories.
They offered me to go train up in Team England. They asked me to do the Europeans, so then I got the win and I got the goal.
Number 1 in the world. Does that still feel good when you hear it? It still feels crazy. It feels like it's not me.
When you get a gold medal in the future, if you make it to be an Olympian, can I interview you and say I was here first?
Okay.
Extra time with Claire Carter.
Every Wednesday evening from 6.
BBC Radio Somerset.
So you are listening to the midweek match. I'm Ed Hadwin with you through until 10:30 tonight. We'll bring you reaction hopefully from both City and from Yeovil, whatever happens, win, lose or draw, although it's looking pretty solid so far, you'd have to say. In Europe, I can tell you Liverpool a goal down at Galatasaray, so not been a good few days for them, albeit we're not quite at half-time in this one yet. Chelsea a goal to the good against Benfica. It was an own goal just after the quarter-hour mark that separated the other two teams there, and it's 0-0 between Tottenham Tottenham away at Bodo Glimt. Right, it's got a little bit of time before City are ready to come back for the start of the second half, but we're getting ready at Gander Green Lane. It's 0-0 between Sutton and Yeovil Town in this National League encounter. So let's head back to South London. Full second half commentary on 95.5 FM is coming up now in the company of Mick Payne, and he sat alongside Josh Perkins.
Welcome back to South London. Gander Green Lane is the venue, with Yeovil Town back on the pitch already, and as you can hear, the home fans in front of us willing their team on for the second half. The score is currently 0-0 if you're just joining us, and it does look like Aaron Jarvis is being readied for Yeovil Town substitution at the start of this second half. Wonder who he's going to be substituted for. Is it Tamon Campbell, potentially?
Yeah, is it Campbell?
Yeah, Tamon Campbell.
Well, I'm surprised at that. I thought he was doing decent, but I go back to it many times, Josh. Look, when you have a bench, your bench is there to make an impact. Your bench is there to, hopefully, the manager may have said to him, look, you're going to get a 45 for us and just do as much as you can, Campbell, and then we bring on a new man, just take the baton over. It's really important that when you come on as a sub, you make an impact and you're there for a reason. So, opportunity knocks here again.
I agree with you though, Mick. Tamon Campbell definitely didn't have a bad 45.
Well, that may have been the case where he said, look, he may have told him right from the word go, you're gonna give me 45 as hard as you can because we're going to change it. Sometimes managers are doing that a lot more now. They're letting players know, that they are going to. Anyway, we're underway here, Josh.
We are indeed. Sutton kick off. They'll shoot from left to right in this half. Yeovil shooting towards the away end, technically towards their own fans who are situated just away to our left-hand side in the far corner. Sutton starts strong though, but a sliding challenge in from McCormick. And Yeovil back on the ball now. Ball just ahead of Oluwabore. Can he get the better of Pruti? He can't. So he'll come out with the ball. And Dabre all the way back to Azaya in goal. Down the line from Pruti as they're going to look to use that left-hand side, the far side, a lot in this second half. Ball over the top there from Harris and away by Ferguson towards Sims. He gets dispossessed and Sutton come forward. No, defended well by Williams. Jarvis tried to play in Oluwabore there and couldn't do so. And McCormick tried to find Jarvis and couldn't. So Sutton through now, and Nadisan is in the box. He takes a shot and Jed Ward goes down low to his right-hand side. But fairly central, actually, because Nadisan was inside right channel. But, good save from Jed Ward.
Well, it was a good technical save again. Nadisan's got in too quickly and too easy for me. I've just jotted down here, second half start is vital. At the moment, you've got to say it's Sutton who have come out of the blocks more than Yeovil. They've got to get back on this because don't just give the opposition impetus. They've come out stronger, they've come out quicker. Yes, they are the home side, but it's important now just to match them physical, match them with the physicality. Because if you don't, they're going to get the upper hand.
Yeah, Sutton started strong at the start of the game. They're seemingly doing so at the start of the second 45. Plant just lets the ball run across his body, but keeps it in. Cousin Dawson into Marias, defended well there by Dabre. Nice sliding challenge from him. Simper goes hard into Cousin Dawson, and the referee has blown the whistle.
And a card. And
given a yellow card, although Yeovil Town had the ball in their possession and were looking to continue with the advantage, but the referee's blown the whistle.
Well, I think he's when you say blown the whistle, he was very, very quick to blow the whistle.
Very quick.
To me, he realised he's made, because I think he deemed what he did. He deemed it as quite a rash challenge, and he wanted to book the player. But in the end, it's not really helped Yeovil whatsoever because they was on the break there, weren't they?
They really were. It was a bizarre decision, and Richard Dryden down in front of us was also incensed as well. He put his hands to his head immediately. But Yeovil Town have a free kick. We say all of that, and Yeovil Town the one in the offing. In the forefront as we approach 2.5 minutes into the second half. So 47-30, it's still Sutton 0, Yeovil 0.
I think he just clipped this though. There's mine's a wall here for Sutton. I think he just clipped this one. I think it'll be different this time. Is it McCormick on the ball?
Yeah, McCormick over the ball again. Might go for the shot. No, you're right. He's going to clip it in off the head of Jarvis, and that's always going wide. It's saved there by Azaya.
It was a little bit tentative, wasn't it? The ball in, weren't no pace. See, when you've got to put a little bit of pace on it to give the guys a chance to head the ball. If you can, otherwise you've got to generate the pace off your head. It's very, very hard indeed. For me, it was a little bit of a nothing sort of free kick from McCormack that time.
So ball over the top, far side to left for Sutton. Williams tries to cannon that ball over his head and he'll go out for a throw-in on the far side.
As I said, I just feel this is a winnable game, Josh. Yeovil got to believe they can get their noses in front here. They've put a good shift in, and we know that, but they've got to make sure they get their noses in front here and get that first goal.
Yeah, we mentioned it in the first half, how this game is still goalless. It's beyond us, and Oluwabore does quick footwork there to get past one. He gets past two as well, and steaming forward is Andrew Oluwabore. Lays off Jarvis. Goes more wide than he may want. Down into Oluwabore, and he heads it over. What a chance for the number 17 to get his first of the season. He is barrelling down towards that 6-yard line. Can't get the header down, it goes over 0-0.
Well, again, his run was absolute sublime. I mean, it was at pace.
He's so quick.
Well, what he is, Josh, he's quick with the football. Not many people can do that. I'm going to go back to people like Ryan Giggs. Ryan Giggs used to be able to do it. Run with the football. Run with it. Not dribble, run. And it's not an easy thing to do.
Not at all.
But again, it was a good chance, wasn't it?
It really was. So probably the best of this second half as we approach the 50th minute, 0-0 here.
Well, as I said, I will keep getting the ball to him, Oluwabore. I really would, because he's looked threatening. Yes, I know what he said, that he perhaps needs to just mix it up a little bit. But when he's on that sort of, you can't stop him. He's very, very difficult to stop.
But as we say, mix it up a bit. He did look up and find Aaron Jarvis on the right-hand
side. Exactly that. He's in here.
And it falls to Oluwabore. As you say, he's in. Oluwabore takes a shot and gets his first Yeovil goal. My goodness, does he deserve that? He cartwheels away to the Yeovil fans in celebration. And on 49.5 minutes, it's Sutton 0, Yeovil 1.
Well, you just called it. He's definitely deserved it. As I said, he's been a threat all night. The way he's worked tirelessly. He's really made it difficult for the opposition because he keeps asking questions. There, he's just broke out to the right-hand side. He's hit it with quite a lot of pace, actually, to be fair. And it's just a little deflection because the keeper's sort of gone down to his right and it's gone into the left. But he deserved that all night, Oluwabore. I've been very, very impressed. And as I said, that would give him massive, massive confidence. They needed that, though, Yeovil. As I said, they hadn't started the first 2-3 minutes there quickly than Sutton. Sutton started quickly that second half, but they've got Oluwabore on the ball many, many times, and he's come up with the goods. Fantastic.
He was signed just before the Tamworth game, and you could see the exciting nature. He has obviously played at Yeovil before, but was really a young player and didn't have that edge to him that he does now as a 22, 23-year-old. It's also his birthday today, so he gets a goal on the special day as well.
Well, what you just said, in terms of he's looked threatening. He looks lively. That's what you want. He's unpredictable. Let's be honest.
He really, really is. So happy for him that he's got his first goal in a green and white shirt this season. Although Nadasan is almost in for Sutton. Lays it out wide to Harris. Ball towards the front post. Nadasan chips it towards the midriff there of Jake Wandle, towards the back post now.
Offside.
And it falls to, Boutina, who is offside. And a Yeovil player is down. It's not Wandle, actually. I think it's, Kyle Ferguson, who just took that ball in his midriff on the shot from Nadasan.
Well, in the end, for me, stay down. Just kill the game.
Right.
Kill the game. You know there's going to be a response from Sutton. They're like a wounded animal a little bit. They've gone one down. Just kill the game. Just make sure you stay strong now. Go in terms of that. Do your hard work. Do what I call the real difficult work. Shutting down, defending from the front, making sure you're tight in midfield. Don't give the opposition a sniff. Not at all. Make it difficult. Make them really work to get anything out of this game.
And that goal from Oluwabore, as you say, you called it really, Mick. You said he's in here, and he was. By the time I'd looked up, he was in beyond the defence and was just able to take the ball down and rifle it towards that bottom left-hand corner.
Well, he made sure he got on the shoulder of the Sutton last man, and he just sort of spun him a little bit, and he was out on an angle, to be fair, out to the right-hand side, so it was a great finish, and he deserved it.
It's a nice idea of a cross-field ball from Simper, but defended by Sims, and Harris will win the ball back for Sutton. And Oluwabore in contention with him. Sims puts it down the line, only as far as Pruti and Dabre in the centre of midfield for Sutton United. Almost 53 played here. Sutton 0, Yeovil 1. Andrew Oluwabore getting his first goal for Yeovil Town. Dabre lays it into Nadasan, who can't get the controlled cross that he may have wanted. Goal kick.
Yeah, you just see now there's a little bit of urgency now about Sutton, and perhaps overcooked that cross, and Nadasan as well. But this is what they've got to. This is what Yeovil got to be doing. They've got to make sure the opposition they're not playing the way they want to play. You can see they're sort of rushing they're passing at a minute. Make it difficult in every passage of play. Make it difficult at everything they have to do. Don't give them any impetus at all. You know, and I believe there's a second goal here for Oluwabore, because he's playing with real enthusiasm.
Strikers need goals for confidence. Jarvis goes down. He's clearly having his shirt pulled. Almost got his shirt pulled off him over the top of his head, but never mind. Yeovil Town, Marias near side, ball in. Oh, it's off the head of Jarvis, and will it drop for Oluwabore? No. Away by Pruti and headed back in by Williams, and again away by Sutton. Ferguson, who was dealing with a little bit of pain as he'd gone down earlier in the game, he is okay for the moment. Dabre, Jones, the captain, number 17 on his back. 9 appearances previously of Aldershot and Philadelphia Union in the MLS. Far side, almost ball in there from Sutton United. Throw in far side the left.
Yeah, again, you've got to say, for me, it was Josh Sims doing the dirty work, if you like, on that right-hand side, just helping out his defence, getting back, got the block. I said it in the first half. He's got to do that, because that's where they've been getting a little bit of joy out on that left-hand side, Sutton.
Back now with Jack Taylor. Oh, good work there from Boutine. Can he put the ball into Harris? No. Defended well by McCormick. As I say, ball still on the far side. It's a shot that's high over the bar, and what was that?
Are you saying that's a shot again?
I'm calling that a shot. Well, he's shaped to shoot.
Oh,
it's just,
yeah, you're right. I'll give you that, Josh.
Okay.
I'll give you that. But
Thanks,
it's
mate.
gone flying over the stand, and it must have gone 50 foot over the bar.
Yeah.
So, yeah, from a Yeovil point of view, they'll take that, because exactly what it does is that's what I call frustration. You can see that's frustration from the Sutton sort of team. What they've got to do is say we're coming up to sort of like, we're on the hour mark or so, aren't we now? It's about important just doing your job and keeping focus, concentration, focus. What I say, they're non-negotiable, those two things.
Yeah, that was a real centre-back shot there from Aaron Jones.
Well, it looked like conversion, didn't it? Really,
it did.
To be honest,
yeah, he'd be all right if he was a flanker or a number 10, but wrong sport. 56 minutes played. Sutton 0, Yeovil 1.
Yeah, so you're 56. I just cooked it a little bit too early there, but coming up more or less to the hour mark. So, just make sure everything to a man. You do everything possible to, keep this scoreline, because I do believe also there will be opportunities for Yeovil, because Sutton are going to definitely have to go for it, and there will definitely be gaps at the back, and with the pace that they've got up top there, they can really capitalise on that.
Yeovil looking to get that 2-goal cushion as the ball just about stays in on the near hand side, and Lewis Simper barrels down this right hand side into the box towards the front post. Simper still going. Can he put a ball across? No, he can't. Nadasan, good block there from James Plant. It looks like at the near post, just ran across the goal line, and Sutton couldn't get the ball towards goal.
Well, again, that's exactly what you want. That's exactly what you want. Your defenders again have worked tirelessly to get back on the line, made it difficult for the opposition, and as I said, that's as good as anything. Just defend as a group, outstanding.
Bodies on the line.
Exactly.
That's exactly what they'll do for Richard Dryden, the manager, and for their players as well. They do not want to slip up here. Simper, near side right, tackled by Plant and away down the line, although Marias can't get his feet to it, and Jones will just say calm down to his centre-back ahead of him, Tizard, and this is Taylor.
I'm impressed with Jarvis already. He's come on, and again he's worked what I call from the front. He's defending from the front. Here's a chance here. Here's
Here we
Sims.
go. Sims still going, gets past 2 players, gets past 3 players. Josh Sims lays it off to Marias inside the area, inside left. It's deflected by Tizard and out for a corner kick for Yeovil Town near side.
Well,
what work from Josh Sims?
Well, you say what work? He was like the bunny rabbit would have been in Duracell batteries, wasn't he? He did not stop. He's picked that up in his own half and absolutely just, well, on a mazy run, was it? A mazy run.
He's done an Oluwabore and
well, that's what it was.
Run,
and again, he's found Marias out here on the left. Just unfortunate, Marias had it on his left foot. He just wanted to shape up with his right to try to curl it in, but they've forced a corner here.
They have indeed. It's going to be a corner on the near side. They looked to shape up on the right, but it was definitely deflected by Tizard on our near hand side. The left for Yeovil Town as they shoot from right to left in this half.
Just want good movement here, good delivery.
Right arm off of McCormick towards the back post. Can't be headed down. And looks like a foul in the penalty area, so it will be a free kick for Sutton.
They've done that 2 or 3 times tonight, haven't they? Fouled there in those situations. You've got to make sure, don't give the referee a chance to just pull you up for a foul there. Make sure you don't, put an arm on a shoulder or push someone, because otherwise it's going to cost them.
59 minutes played at Gander Green Lane. It is Sutton 0, Yeovil 1. Oluwabore getting the goal on 49 minutes. Simper picks the ball up in midfield for the home team. Boutine on his left. Can he put the ball in? He's dropping the shoulder. He takes a shot towards the near post and it's defended there by Kyle Ferguson. And Yeovil get the ball out once again. Looks like Greenslade is lining up and awaiting in the wings for Yeovil Town. And Charlie Bell is doing the same for Sutton. Nadasan, flag down, ball in. And at the cause of handball, the referee waves it away. It seems like everyone in this ground that wasn't in a green and white or red and black shirt called that to be a penalty because of handball. The referee says no.
Well, all I would say, the official on this side, the official on the flag here, he had a great view of that.
Yeah.
He had a great... Referee was behind the play. The referee on the official on this side had a great view of that and didn't deem it as a foul or handball.
So a change for Sutton. It was the one change that they'd made going into this game after the draw to Boston United here on Saturday. Mo Dabre comes off and Charlie Bell is back on. Now Junior Marias' number is up. He looks to the heavens as if to say, really? He does that. That boy does not want to come off a football pitch.
I said, didn't I? I said to the manager, Richard Dryden, I said, what he does, Junior, he will always put a shift in. And again, I go back to my point earlier. You've got a bench, use them. If players have, run their race, if you like, you've got to say the effort he's put in. Marias perhaps has not got on the ball enough for me tonight, but he'll always work for your team.
So Harvey Greenslade on in his position. He receives the ball for the first time this evening. Back to Cousin Dawson. Plant, near side the left. And Cousin Dawson loses out. I have to say he's done that a couple of times in the first half. He does that again, tries to...
He's in the book here.
He has to make that challenge, and he will have... The referee goes into the pocket for one Finn Cousin Dawson as Jake Wandle's just gesturing with his... the captain is having a word with the referee, and Cousin Dawson goes into the book, yellow card.
Yeah, and rightly so. In the end,
he's had to make that challenge, hasn't he?
Well, he's had to make it, but he's had his pocket picked, isn't he? Hit right on the halfway line. He said he's once or twice tonight he's got caught in possession cheaply, and he's had to draw a foul there. But again, what you're doing when you draw fouls like that. Yes, he had to make it, but you're giving the opposition just a little bit of impetus. This is going to be a strike at goal here, Josh, guaranteed.
Yeah, really good position here for Sutton. Inside, maybe just left of centre.
Yeah, I think you're right, and 25, 30 yards max. He's just shaping up here.
Yeah, Lewis Simper over the ball. As I think that's Charlie Bell as well, although I could be wrong with that. The home fans behind the goal not happy that the decision wasn't a handball and therefore a penalty. It's a free kick on the, as we say, about 25 yards out, just left of centre. 62 on the clock. It's Sutton 0, Yeovil 1, and Sutton have a chance to level things here. Can't quite work out what the home fans are so happy about.
No, nor am I, really.
Behind the goal, but there's a cheer from them. Referee's just getting out the spray, and it's a 4-man Yeovil wall.
Stay strong, just stay big, get your block in.
A real chance, real impetus here for Sutton United. It's going to be Jones, ball over and wide. Nothing to trouble Jed Ward in goal there.
Well, that's exactly that, nothing to trouble. And you know why? Because everything was organised, the ball was organised. I go back to it, everyone knew their job. Yes, got good people in the wall, good strong wall, make sure people are picked up. And if he puts it wide, listen, you take that all night. Jed Ward will take that all night, and also you take a little bit of time taking this goal kick as well, because you expect Sutton to have a go now. You know that, and that's where I'm saying there will be areas at the back now where Sutton will just be a little bit loose. And what's got to happen here? Yeovil have got to capitalise on it. Get the ball into the front men and see what happens.
So the goal kick is taken, and the scoreboard away to our right-hand side has just stopped temporarily on 63-45. So your guess is as good as mine as to what the actual score is. Oluwabore, the ball drops to him off the goal kick. He'll find Harvey Greenslade near side. He wants to drop the shoulder and shape to shoot. Goes to Cousin Dawson. Fired across McCormick, and it will go to Sims. Far side the right for Yeovil. Steps on the ball, rolls it back. Wants the support and does get it. Ball in towards the edge of the box, and no one is there in a red and black shirt. Launches it forward. Does Aaron Jones, and that's off of Jake Wannell, and Nadasan and Jake Wannell getting into a bit of a scuffle there, but both players run away from the scene of the crime. Jones fired across towards Prutti. That's well taken by Sims, and Yeovil could mount a counter-attack if they go forward here, and they do. Greenslade, far side the right, really wide towards that near side touchline. Can he get the ball in? He does, and it's too close to Azaiah in goal.
Yeah, as I said, it's again, the boy Sims out wide has done really well. Just got to make sure you get your head up and just don't overcook it. There was a really good chance on the break. They've got to capitalise on those. They've got to make them work. Those moments have got to be vital.
Yeovil Town going to use the bench shortly as well. McGavin, I can see, just down below us. He's going to ready himself, and Gerber will win a free kick. Down went Jarvis, and referee blew his whistle. So McGavin, he will come on for Finn Cousin Dawson, who, as we've mentioned a couple of times, has been picked out of possession. As we said, both in the first and second half, and hasn't maybe had his best game, but he also has been solid in midfield.
Well, what's happened, he's also took a booking as well, so it's sensible to just in case he does a soppy foul away, then you're down to 10 men. So it's good play from the manager in terms of organising, but I go back to it, use your bench is there for a reason.
65 minutes played, and it's Sutton 0, Yeovil 1. Goal from Andrew Oluwabore on 49 minutes.
Yeah, and that's it. I think Sutton are going to roll the dice here again, Josh. I think they're bringing on two more players as well.
Yeah, they're in the offing. Dillian De Silva and Liam Vincent I can see in front of me. Play gets back underway. Oluwabore inside left channel, wants to put the ball in and can't do so. Off the foot of Simpa, ball back in towards the edge of the box for Yeovil, and Greenslade loses possession, and Njoku is on the ball now. Puts the ball, tried to go through there on the inside left channel, couldn't do so. Sims on the ball for Yeovil.
Yeah, he's done well again, Sims. He was the last man really there, because everyone pushed forward there, and he's had a very, very tidy game, Sims.
Yeah.
I've really been impressed with his workload. As I said it before, his defensive has been fantastic, and when he's gone forward, well, he's looked very, very special indeed.
Jarvis rises first and comes off his head, but it'll fall to Taylor. That's intercepted well there by McGavin. Home fans around us aren't happy with that. Ferguson, Williams, Greenslade.
This is good though, they're keeping the football now. Just keep the football, make it difficult for Sutton. Just keep, whether you go forward, whether you go sideways, keep the ball. If you go back, fine, keep the ball for a little while. Just make them get frustrated.
The scoreboard away to our right has gone off now as the
foul, late one.
Foul there, yeah, as you say, Mick, a late foul there on Morgan Williams. He goes down and wins the overlay free kick. You'd imagine the foul issue will go into the book for that.
You would hope so. I think his referee deems it. I think that is when I look at that, for me, that's a booking. It's over the far side, but he's got in the book.
That's Jaden Harris in the book for Sutton United. As we said, it was late, and Williams was down in some discomfort for some time, but he's back up to his feet now, which is good to see.
Another, as I said, definitely rolling the dice here. The Sutton manager trying to just freshen things up.
So Liam Vincent comes on, as does Dillian De Silva for Sutton, who represents the Sri Lanka national team. He's had 3 goals in 21 since 2021, as previously of Wealdstone and Torquay. He comes on in place of Noah Boutine.
Well, again, players are there for a reason. Can they then sort of cement a place in the side? You're on the bench, you want to start. So these players who do come on have got to make the opportunity count.
Yeah, Nadasan was the one that was replaced in the first substitution. Approaching 69 minutes played, Sutton 0, Yeovil 1. As we await this free kick to be taken by Jed Ward, far side the right, halfway inside the Yeovil half. All down towards the 20-yard line, and McCormick takes a shot. Can't quite get the purchase on it. It will go out though for a goal kick. McCormick wanted the corner. If McCormick had got a better purchase on the ball there, a better shot away, he would have troubled the keeper.
Well, what happened? I just think he just got caught under his feet, didn't he?
Yeah.
He got flicked on the. What happened? He was going to take it in his stride. That was what happened. He was going to take it in his stride, and it got like a little deflection and sort of slowed the ball down. And he was already there. He was there too early. But another opportunity.
Yeah, Yeovil looking to kill this game as we approach the 70th minute, 20 to go of normal time. Headed on there and felt a Yeovil shirt, so McGavin will pass to Wunnell. Plant.
What happens here, Josh? These are scenarios, you're doing when you're coaching and you're in training. You just said 20 minutes to go. Right, we're 1-0 up. How are we going to deal with it? These are things that players have to really sort of... they're asked questions and they've got to come up with the solutions.
Ferguson will fire that ball out of play far side the right. So we looked at the other scores around the National League. Aldershot have just gone a goal up at home to Braintree Town. Borehamwood and Southend is goalless. Morecambe 1, Gateshead 4. That's in the 65th minute. Solihull Moors are 2 goals down at home to Woking, and Truro are 2 goals down at home to Eastleigh. In this game here, Sutton 0, Yeovil 1. 70 and a half on the clock. Forward goes Njuku, and Jukes past McCormick. Wide now, left hand side, ball in by De Silva, and towards Jones at the back post. He can't get anything on it. Ball back in. Nadasan takes a shot, who looks to still be on the pitch. Oh, what a goal there! What a goal from Charlie Bell. He takes that maybe 12 yards out inside the penalty area, wraps it round with his left foot. It goes the top right hand corner of Jed Ward's goal. Sutton are back in it. 71 played. Sutton 1, Yeovil 1.
Well, what you're saying, unfortunately, it was they just could not clear their lines, could they, Yeovil? They tried it once, tried it twice, and it's fell for the boy. Who put that away, Josh? Was it
Charlie Bell?
Charlie Bell. I mean, you've got to say we had a great view of that, and it's flown into the top right hand corner of Jed Ward. He's got no chance with that, to be totally honest. He's got great purchase on that. He's picked his spot. But this, as I said, it's just a shame. It's like, I go back to it, this is like scenarios, 20 minutes to go. How are we going to deal with it? This is game on now for me, though, Josh. It's definitely game on.
Forward come Yeovil off the restart. They've got Greenslade on this near hand side, the left. Sutton have just equalised if you're joining us here. It's Sutton 1, Yeovil 1. Ball in by Plant towards the back post. And can it fall to the Jarvis? It can't do so. No, away by Sutton. Richard Dryden just hangs his head down when that goal went in, and took his glasses that are joined together by a string that you wrap around the back of your neck. He just takes that off his head and wraps those up in between his glasses. Not a happy man as Yeovil go back on level terms. Forward come the Glubbers though. Ball in by Olawabore off of a Sutton foot, so corner far side.
Yeah, and again, I'm just looking how this game's panning out. They've got to believe here, Yeovil. They can still get us. If they keep believing, they've got enough in this side to get the next goal. They really have, but they've got to believe they can.
The goal scorer for Sutton, Charlie Bell, I believe that's his first goal at senior level. 2 appearances for Sutton in the senior team. He's previously of Bognor Regis and Portsmouth. What a goal
Well, it was a
your
great
first
finish,
senior
wasn't it?
goal.
Yeah, it was a great finish, to be fair. It went right in the top corner, didn't it?
So ball in by Olawobore, far side. Can it reach the head of anyone in the Yeovil shirt? It can't. I think David Azieya has just got to it. Yeovil still in possession, though, this near side, the left. McGavin back to Plant. Rolls it with his right foot, looks up, puts the ball in, and it's always in the gloves there of David Azieya in goal.
Yeah, he needs to just get a bit more angle on that Plant. In the end, it's a nothing ball into the box. When you've got possession of the football like that, make something happen. Just make sure the ball is not going straight into the keeper's hands. Simple as that.
In the midfield now with Harris, who is on that yellow card after the challenge on Morgan Williams. Josh Sims just slipped there, and Dabre will run into the open space. Jones
getting stretched now, the game, though, isn't it? Definitely getting stretched.
Goal scorer Charlie Bell on the ball. He receives it again off the 1-2. Down the line, far side to De Silva. Calls of offside from the Yeovil defence, but assistant keeps his flag down. Ball in by Sutton towards the front post and over the bar, or just wide of the goal, it looked like. Warning signs for Yeovil as Sutton grow into this game.
Well, they've grown into the game because of the goal. Simple as that. They've got the goal, made it 1-1, and you can just see they've got the impetus. That's the difference. They're in the ascendancy now in terms of saying we can get the result. This is where they've just got to collectively get together, these Yeovil players, and just say, look, just keep playing the way we were playing earlier, and we will fashion one or two opportunities. You've got to say, we're going back to our man who's been the business tonight, Olabaro, who's been he hasn't gotten the ball in the last 10 minutes, has he?
Yeah, absolutely. They've marked him out of this second half.
Well, he's got the goal, but he's not been on the ball in the last 10-15 minutes, really.
Yeah, absolutely. Voice there of Mick Payne, the England Sea assistant manager and goalkeeping coach. A good challenge there from Williams, but he's now out of position. And forward comes Sutton with Jaden Harris. A really good pick there of the ankles from Josh Sims. Great defensive work there from the right midfielder. Ball falls to McGavin. Can he set? Greenslade, he can do. What a pass from McGavin. Almost a De Bruyne-like pass. And Greenslade will open his body, but takes that shot high, wide, not very handsome.
Well, what's happened there, we had a great view of that for Greenslade. He was tentative. That ball has come in, for me, have a go with your left, go out on the outside there. You had a lot of time there, only had one player to beat, but he was tentative with letting, can I do it, shall I do it? It's just indecision for me.
75, approaching 76 on the clock here. Sutton 1, Yeovil 1 goals from Andrew Olawobore and Charlie Bell. Both very good goals. Andrew Olawobore able to take it down and rifle it towards the bottom left-hand corner for his first goal of the season. Charlie Bell doing the same, but in even better fashion, just takes the ball at maybe 12 yards out off the corner. And as we said, Mick, Yeovil just can't get the ball out of their defensive position, and Charlie Bell will release
they had three opportunities, didn't they? Here's another chance. Here's a break.
Yeovil, Plant rolling forward. Can he open his body? It will go down. He won't get the free kick, though. Good defensive work from Sutton, and Yeovil back in possession with McGavin.
Yeah, got the ball back very, very quickly high up the field there, Yeovil. So I like they've got plenty of players forward here. Just got to make these moments count when you got the football. Move it a bit quicker. Just put the opposition under pressure. Just slowed it down a bit, haven't they?
Yeah, they have a bit. Ferguson. Now Williams infield to Olawobore. He'll find Sims wide right. He'll cut inside. Forward goes Sims. He'll use Aaron Jarvis, and almost Sims taking that from the feet of Jarvis and releasing a shot towards goal, but couldn't do so. Good fake shot there to get away. Bell on Olawobore. Down the line, off the head of Ferguson. McCormick didn't quite see Harris there, and that's a bad pass from McCormick. And Sutton come forward. Bell releases Dabre. Back to Bell. And they'll slow the play down as just a bit of a walking pace at the moment for both teams. Wide, far side of the left. Simper. No, he can't find the pass there. And Yeovil once again come forward. This game is end-to-end here. Olawobore running. And he's far side the right. Just turns away from his defensive opposition.
Did well though, he got his team right up the pitch, that's the big thing. He broke inside his own half, motioned for about 60 yards, got his team up the pitch, done really well.
Plant near side, can he put a ball in? No, it's off the back there of Tizard, and it will go out for a corner for Yeovil near side.
Yeah, as I said, it's a corner kick here, they've got to get the big guns forward, just keep going back to these are things that you practice on the training field. Delivery's got to be spot on, the movement's got to be good, and people have got to believe they're going to get their head to it. If they can't get a second ball, let's just make sure they can fashion this opportunity.
And McCormick will come over to take the corner on the near side. 78.5 played, Sutton 1, Yeovil 1. Both teams can win this. Really open game, as we've been saying on commentary this evening. Right arm of McCormick goes up, right foot in swinger towards the back post. It falls to Wannell. He'll set Sims. And calls for handball, and it is a penalty for Yeovil Town. They get a handball decision. I think it's off the hand of Joe Tizard there as Josh Sims tried to release a cross into the box. What an opportunity for Yeovil as they win a penalty.
Well, again, it's fallen to Sims there, and listen, the referee straight away, as soon as it...
Yeah.
Well, for me, he's just inside the box, really, just on the edge of the box, but he's definitely inside, and it's definite handball for me, and the referee was spot on. He was, 2 yards from the incident, wasn't he, the referee?
He was about...
Great chance here for Yeovil. Yeah, great chance.
Arms in an unnatural position from the Sutton defender, and Aaron Jarvis is going to be the man to take the penalty. It was Tyrone Campbell that took the penalty on Wednesday when they beat Aldershot 4-1. He buried that into the left-hand side of the goal. Can Aaron Jarvis do the same for Yeovil Town and get them ahead for the second time in this game? Approaching 80 minutes, what an opportunity for Yeovil Town to score here against Sutton United. Aaron Jarvis. Can't remember the last time he took a penalty for Yeovil Town. I'm sure we'll get comments about that saying, it was 6 months ago. Referee blows the whistle. Aaron Jarvis versus David Azayaya steps up and scores for Yeovil Town, low into the bottom right hand corner. David Azayaya went the left, and on 80 minutes it's Sutton 1, Yeovil 2.
Well, I've got to say, the boy Jarvis has took that. He was calm, collective, and you know what, he was spot on. You're right, Josh, what he did, he's hit that with pace, he's kept it down low. The keeper's gambled, sometimes you go one way, but just what the doctor ordered, that, wasn't it? Getting that. The referee was spot on in terms of giving the penalty. He didn't mess about, and Jarvis has put that way with real panache, if you like, and he was absolutely fizzed into the bottom corner, didn't it? Absolutely fizzed in. 2-1.
Yeah, low and hard into the bottom right-hand corner, and Aaron Jarvis wheeled away in celebration to the Yeovil fans that have travelled to South London this evening. As we say, about 150, 200 of them, and they will love that away in the corner.
Well, they will love that, but what they need now, the Yeovil players, everybody now has got to say, right, this becomes like a 10-minute game now. A 10-minute game. I know it sounds crazy. About 10 to go here. Every tackle's got to be done sensibly. Every bit of play has got to be done sensibly. Concentration, focus, desire, enthusiasm, you name it, you've got to have these things now to get you over the line.
Aaron Jarvis with his first goal of the season. Ball over the top from Sutton. It just so happened that,
he's in again.
Yeovil in again. Ball over the top on the left side towards Greenslade. Drops the shoulder. Goes more centrally, can't release the shot. McCormick will, though, and it's not a good one. He's going to scuff that into the ground, and it's gone wide of Azayaya's right post.
Yeah, as I said, it's Greenslade has broke down this left-hand side. What's happened with McCormick? When he's took that shot, he's took it too early. He's not let it come across his body. Let it come across your body, and then you can get that shot away. He snatched it, to be honest. That's what he did.
Reaching for it.
Yeah, he snatched it. But this is about now doing everything in your power to get this result. They've got themselves back in front. I felt they deserve to be in front, but now they've got to really dig in deep here. Defend they've got to be like warriors out here now.
Yeah. 82 played. Sutton 1, Yeovil 2. Goals from Oluwabore and Aaron Jarvis, both first goals of the season. One was a penalty. It's the most recent of the two, scored by Aaron Jarvis. And what I was going to say is, Aaron Jarvis has spent almost his lifetime at Yeovil Town having his shirt pulled, off his back, and, is in the wars for Yeovil when he plays at that number 9 position, that centre forward role, as a corner is given away by Yeovil Town, so Sutton win it on the far side. But it just so happens, obviously, that Jarvis is the one that finally gets the decision that wins him a penalty.
Well, there it is. Sometimes it does come around, doesn't it? But they've got to defend here now. Yeovil, again, every player. Is it man-to-man marking? Is it zonal? At the moment, it seems like man-to-man, so they've got to make sure they get their head there first.
Far side in towards the front post and away by Ferguson. Well dealt with there by the number 26, and a bit of a scuffle there between Oluwabore and his compatriot. So free kick for Sutton.
I don't mind that though. I think he's worked hard for his team there. Oluwabore, I think he's really worked hard to try to stop the flow of the game. Well, that's a free kick, but he's killed the game. Again, just get organised. Organisation is the key. Preparation, organisation. These are the things that you've got to have as a team, and this is where Yeovil got to be organised and make sure they do everything. Get their head on the ball first, get the clearance, and see if they can just see this game out.
So Sutton with a free kick incoming. Jerry Gill is walking alongside Ben Wadskew, who's ready and stripped off and ready to come onto the pitch. Looks like he's going to be replaced for Oluwabore as Sutton shape to put this ball in towards the back post. Jed Ward sees that all the way, and a thumbs up from Mick Payne for Jed Ward in goal.
Yeah, again, just what I call, that's what you want from your keeper. Just have presence, really have authority. Exactly that. Oluwabore's having a go here.
He really is.
He knows he's coming off, I expect, but I think it's a good move by the manager, bringing on a little bit more height, isn't he?
Yeah, I always like to see how you assess things as England's the assistant manager and goalkeeping coach, Mick. Just get your thoughts on Jed Ward as Yeovil Town come forward. Greenslade, McCormick, ball in on the left, and it's no one's there at the back post for Yeovil Town. Josh Sims finds his way towards the far side corner flag. Can he get the better of his player? He can. Ball in. Oh, and away by Sutton. Corner Yeovil.
That's brilliant from Josh Sims.
Yeah.
Again, I said, I've waxed lyrical about his defensive duty, but again, that was, he wasn't entitled to even get that ball. It was what I call a ball. Was going to go out of play. He made sure he was going to get at the end of it, and he's got a corner for his team.
85 minutes played. Oluwabore will come off as the fans in the away end. Away to our left-hand side, clap the number 17. He's going to take the long way around the outside of the pitch away to our left-hand side. Oluwabore, first of the season. He's going to be so happy with that.
Well, as you say, it's his birthday as well, and he's got. Listen, he's had a really interesting game. Eventful game. He's, as I said, sometimes you don't know what he's going to do, but he looks exciting. He really does.
Wadskew comes on for Yeovil Town. 8 appearances, his 9th this evening. 1 goal against Brackley earlier in the season. Looks like David Ogbonna is getting ready for Sutton United. Yeovil Town awaiting a corner far side. Referee just standing over the ball at the moment. He's going to step away from it. The assistant on the far side is just in front of the ball and waits for the referee to say yes. Ball is whipped in, and it's kind of headed on the top of someone's head and not directed at goal. Although it's on the near side, McCormick will put another ball in towards the back post and can't get anything from that. Yeovil still in possession though, win the ball back. And a ball in again on the far side, low ball. And another throw in for Yeovil, as I say, far side the right.
Well, you call it right. They've won the ball back, and again, they've won the ball back with tenacity. That's the difference. Making sure not let Sutton get out. Okay, second ball, third ball, exactly what they've done, and made it difficult. It's gone out for a throw-on. This is where you just kill the game, take the tempo out of it, make it difficult for the opposition, as I said, because they want to get the impetus, they want to get their game going, but they're making another substitution here, Josh.
Approaching 87 minutes, Sutton 1, Yeovil 2, and David Ogbonna will find his way onto the pitch. He's being replaced. I can't quite see who he is being replaced by. Oh, it is. I think it's Aaron Jones, the captain. So a defensive for an attacking change, Mick.
Well, as I said, they've got to throw the kitchen sink at it now, don't they? They're looking to try to get something out of the game. They know that, so an attacking option, I don't mind that, and that's exactly what they will look for.
One of their highest scorers this season, 12 appearances, 3 goals. 4-1, David Ogbonna comes to replace Aaron Jones. Another throw-in for Yeovil Town as that ball is just kicked out really on the far side. They've won the ball high up the pitch. 87.5 played, approaching the final 2.5. Sutton 1, Yeovil 2. If it stands the way it stands, Yeovil 3-3. Well, that's good. That's good reading.
Well, it's more than good reading. It's exactly what you want. Exactly, but they've got to see these last few minutes out. Just again, the word I use: professional. Be professional in every aspect of the game. If you do that, listen, you see the game out.
Absolutely. They take the ball towards the corner flag, and that's out off of the Yeovil player, so Sutton win the throw, far side their left. We are now 88 minutes played. Sutton 1, Yeovil 2. Interested to see how many minutes we get of added time as well for goal celebrations and injuries and the things like that. That's fired into the face of David Ogbonna. It just tried to be a clearance there from Yeovil. There was no malice in that, but David Ogbonna felt that on the right side of his face, goes down, and the referee blows for a head injury.
Well, he will do, but it's strangely enough because, as I said, the physio's not really been on tonight, has he?
Yeah.
For either side, really.
Yeah.
But you said there's a stoppage in play here. This is where I look at the players now, I'm looking at the management, I'm looking at stay focused, stay concentrate. I've used that so many times tonight, but I know these are the areas, these are the parts of the game where this is the mental side. I go on technical, tactical, physical, mental. The mental side of the game is the vital component for you to get a winning football. It's as simple as that.
Richard Dryden just in conversation with the fourth official, probably asking how long do they have of added time at the end of this game. Both teams having opportunities to come across and take some instruction from coaching department and a bit of water.
And I think there'll at least be 5 for me, at least 5.
Okay.
May even be 6, but I think the referee would deem 5. We had substitutions. Let's just say the couple of stoppage now, so that's going to definitely add a bit to it. So I'm looking at 5 here.
So we've got 30 seconds of normal time to go. Sutton 1, Yeovil 2. Goals from Andrew Oluwabore and Aaron Jarvis.
Yeah, I'm just looking at Richard Dryden there. He's having a little bit of a laugh with the fourth official. Just give him a little nudge in the back. he did. They're just looking. The ball's going to go up here.
Yeah, fourth official getting the electronic substitution board ready with the number of minutes that we will see.
What we got here.
8.
8. Wow.
I can see down below us.
That is that surprises me, to be honest. That really does surprise me.
A little bit more than you'd expect.
Well, I said either 5 or 6, but you've seen 8. I said there's been. Well, I know we've had a little bit of a stoppage there. I suppose that was a couple on top. I suppose that's where it's come from. But a big 8 minutes here for Yeovil just to get back on that bus with the 3 points.
Yeah. As you say, when down goes. Who's that on the far side? Greenslade goes down on the far side and wins Yeovil a free kick. Seemed like just a coming together between Greenslade and who's that on the Dillian De Silva. But he's I want to say he's pulled the wool over the referee's eyes there, but.
Well, as he pulled, at the end of it, listen, the official over the far side, he's the one who deemed it as a foul, and he was closer to the action, Josh, in that sense. But they've not gone gung-ho here, Yeovil. They've got 1, 2, they've got 3 back. All right, yes. Sutton have played with 2 up top as well, so they've got to make sure that they keep the back door shut here. Don't give anything away.
We've played one of the additional 8, and both arms go off of Brett McGavin as he fires the ball over towards the back post and away by Sutton. Headed on by Sims back into the edge of the area, and Williams got the foul on Nadasan there. So free kick Sutton. No, as you said, 8 minutes at the end of this second half, when at the first half there was no added time. It was straight into the whistle.
Yeah.
So yeah,
I know it's substitutions, but they deem that as 30 seconds, don't they? I think, and various bits and bobs. But I don't know where he's got 8 from. Although, as I said, there was a last head injury. That may have been a couple that came on.
So Sutton in possession in their defence with Tizard, Will Tizard, number 15 on his back. 5 appearances, as I said earlier, on loan at Chippenham Town earlier in his career. Ball out wide on the left with De Silva. He tries to get the better of Sims and can't do so. Now with Taylor, and he'll go to Azaea. 6 to go of the additional 8. Sutton 1, Yeovil 2. Bell. Simper, he's going to drive forward. No one's closing him down. He'll find Nadasan, and he can't control that as Jed Ward is able to pick that up. If Nadasan had got his first touch right there, he'd have been him. Yeah,
the only thing is it was absolutely fizzed into him, wasn't it? He's such. The referee's just counting Jed Ward down, the old 8-second rule now.
Ball over the top from Jed Ward towards Jarvis. He's going to take it to the corner flag on the near side of the left.
Clever.
Yeah. Tries to get it off of Ogbonna. Yeah, that does come off of Ogbonna, so it will be a Yeovil throw-in near side as we approach 93 minutes, so 5 to go of the additional 8. Sutton 1, Yeovil 2.
Well, that's exactly to keep it down this corner. They haven't got to push it. They haven't got to go for it. Just make sure they keep hold of the football. There's a chance here.
Here we go. Plant near the byline towards the head there of Greenslade, and Sims might shoot. Far side to right, no, goes outside, circles away from the area. McCormick, ball back in towards Jarvis, and it looked like there was either a foul from Jarvis or he was offside. I don't think he was offside, so free kick Sutton.
I'm surprised he put that in, actually. I know Jarvis got his head to it, but I would have just kept the football again, just take the sting out of the game.
We've gone past 93 and a half. Nadasan, Bell, and Ogbonna. Can he reach it on the near-hand side? He just about stays in for Sutton. He's going to drive towards the byline. It's away by Ferguson, only for a Sutton corner on the near-hand side.
Well, I haven't really mentioned Ferguson in terms of my commentary tonight, but he's done a really good job. There, again, he's just covered the near post. He's made sure his body shape could see the ball, see the play, and again, excellent defending. Outstanding.
Another set piece, another corner for Sutton. Opportunity for them to level it in the dying embers. Ball in towards the back post, and away to run across the face there of Jarvis and De Silva, and it rolls out for a goal kick.
Again, very, very clever play from the Yeovil man. Just made sure he got his body, as we mentioned before, just made sure his upper body was strong. Don't let the Sutton man get a little run. He's gone out for a goal kick. And Jed Ward will... This is what amazes me now. He goes out for a goal kick, and he can take all the time in the world. He has it in his hand. He's got 8 seconds. No, but
yeah.
No, it's a crazy rule.
Yeah.
I mean, has he had more than 8 seconds on this goal kick? You'd say he has.
Obviously, there's definitely a time on how long Jed Ward can use to take this goal kick, but yeah, it's 8 seconds. Absolutely, if he's got the ball in his hands. Referee will be a bit lenient if he's got the ball on the ground.
Yeah.
I see your point, Meg.
Well, it's just it seems to always be the rules on goalkeepers.
Plant to McGavin.
Corner ball, got to go at the corner flag, surely.
Can he? Yeah, he will take it towards the corner flag. There's a Wodskew in his first introduction. McGavin will take a shot, and it's a speculative effort there from McGavin.
Well, I think again what he's trying to do is he's rifled that with real pace, gone over the bar. It's just, I think it's quite sensible. It's just give the Yeovil team just to get themselves back in shape.
Yeah.
Make sure we've got the defenders in position. Make sure the midfielder tight as well.
And Joku can't control that ball over the top, and Wodskew might get it. Can he keep it in? No, he can't. Well, he's very close to doing so, but won't do that for now. We're approaching 96 played, so 2 of the additional 8 to go. Still Sutton 1, Yeovil 2. Oluwabore and Aaron Jarvis could be the difference this evening if the game stays like it is. Ball now with Vincent. Back to Isaiah.
Well, we've said it many, many times now. This is what I know it gets banned around. Game management now is vital. Game management. This last couple of minutes, just see the game out. Don't do anything speculative. Don't do anything flash. Just be effective in what you do.
Simper in the centre circle, outside the centre circle now as he drives towards the far side left. Bell cuts in field, tries to find Harris wide on the right hand side, and down goes Sims. Wins you over the free kick.
Well, if there's a man of the match for me, yes, we've got to say Olabare has been, he was outstanding, but Sims for me...
Sims has been really good.
For me, Sims has epitomised what you want. With the ball, without the ball. That's what he's done. When he's had it, he's looked effective, but his defensive work has been exceptional, especially in that what I call right wing-back berth. He's been really, really effective, helping out his defenders. He's been top draw for me tonight.
So a goal kick to be taken, or a free kick rather, to be taken by Jed Ward, who's going to take his sweet time with this.
Of course he will.
45 seconds to go of the additional 8.
This is going straight in the corner. Sorry, Josh, it's straight in the corner. Yeah,
you're right. Down the line from Jed Ward over the top towards the byline, and that's out. So it will be a Sutton throw. They didn't quite keep it in. I'm going to throw this in and throw everything at this game. Can they equalise? Yeovil Town for sure hope that doesn't happen. It's a push there from Wodskew, who's going to just push it out for a throw in near side for Charlie Bell. Ball is with Tizard. Over the top. It's going to be Route 1 football for Sutton. That might really lose them the game. Here is Yeovil come forward, and the referee blows the whistle on 98 minutes, and Yeovil go 3 in 3. 6 wins, 6 losses in the league. They get a win here in South London. Mick, what a game, what a run for Yeovil Town. They now make it 3 wins in a row.
Well, you just said 3 wins in a row at any level of football is exceptional, right? They've done that, and I've got to say, for me, Josh, I think they deserve that tonight. Yeah, when I look at the game, analyse the game, all in all, they've made the chances. Again, they've had to dig in at times. There's no doubt about that. They've had to dig in, but when they've attacked, they've looked very threatening. I say the great first goal, right? They did well with a penalty, and rightly so. It was a penalty. They then had it. They would knock back, weren't they, in terms of Sutton getting an equaliser, so they had to find a way, and that's what they've done tonight. For me, they've found a way to get the 3 points and get the victory. That'll be a delightful journey back to Yeovil on that coach tonight. All in all, as I said, Richard Dryden will be delighted. As I say, Jerry Gill has come in. He's put his input into it as well. But that is a really good 3 points against it's always difficult, as we've said at the top of the show, really. Sutton are not doing very well, but you can see they're hurting, and they was going to come out, and Yeovil will overcome that. To win away from home is always very good indeed.
Yeah, Sutton putting up a very good performance this evening, but nothing can stop the Glovers at the moment. They are up to 8th in the National League, just outside the playoff places. What an exciting time it is to be a Yeovil Town fan in this moment in this National League season. It finishes here at Gander Green Lane. Yeovil go 3 in 3. It finishes Sutton 1, Yeovil 2.
Furlong taking his time over it. Struber looking on. Down the line it goes on that far side. 1-1. Viner hooks it over his shoulder. Picked up by Randall. It's a bit scruffy in midfield. Roberts rides a challenge for City. Goes to ground. Are we going to get a decision the other way? We are. 20 seconds of the stoppage time remaining. It looks like it's now or never for City.
There goes the kitchen sink. Get it in the box. The irony of some of the cheers was obviously loud and proud, and it just goes to show how frustrated the City fans are at some of these refereeing decisions.
Into the 97th minute. City, it is now or never. They hang the ball into the penalty area. Hirakawa tries to keep it alive. Cross towards the far post. There's an appeal for a penalty. Roberts went down. Play continues. Mehmeti gets a ball in. Smuggled out. Philogene picks it up. And the referee blows the full-time whistle. They went for it right at the death, but it's spoil shared here at Ashton Gate. Having taken the lead, they were pegged back from a penalty award in the second half, and they still have only lost 1 league game all season. But it's 1-1 here. Chris, how do you feel about that point? It's a difficult result to process, feeling happy or frustrated.
It was a great point. That was a fabulous game of football. There's people behind me clapping a draw, but it was so exciting. City players gave their all, and they went right to the final whistle. It will be interesting to see what kind of reaction the City fans give the referee, because there was some very nervy moments because of some of the decisions that were given, but that was a fabulous game of football. Honestly, brilliant game. The penalty was a penalty without a shadow of a doubt, but I thought Bristol City equipped themselves really well, and it just goes to show we are at the top of the league for a reason.
Yeah, do you think this is a good reference point against a team full of quality international players?
Well, we spoke about it before the game when we were saying about the individuals in the Ipswich team may be better than ours. They've certainly spent a lot more money than we can even think about and afford. But as a unit, as a team, and as a togetherness that we've got within this squad, we covered every single blade of grass. We made every tackle. We turned 50-50s into 60-40s, and it was a joy to watch. And the City fans love it. It's actually brilliant to watch. It's exciting and it's riveting, and people on the edge of their seats, and they're enjoying their football at Ashton Gate.
So the players come off to a decent reception from the Ashton Gate crowd here. It's finished Bristol City 1, Ipswich 1.
Gentlemen, thank you very much. Another entertaining game, but just a point from it. Give me a call, 08000 855 949, whether you want to talk about a point for City or 3 points for Yeovil. They have beaten Sutton by 2-1 in the National League this evening. So, yeah, give me a call, whether it's the first time you've done it, whether you ring all the time, doesn't make any difference. Whatever you want to say, this is your opportunity over the next 3/4 of an hour as we wait to get post-match reaction from both of our games. 08000 855 949 is the phone number. You can still text and WhatsApp me. 81333 is the text number. WhatsApp is 08000 321 333. Just stick the word Bristol or Somerset in there somewhere. If you'd rather use social media, at BBC Bristol Sport and at BBC Somerset. So many different ways of getting in contact. You have no excuses at all. I'll give you up to date with all the rest of the scores around the leagues, but let's just get a little bit more detail of our two commentary games. We'll be back at Ashton Gate very shortly indeed, but let's head to South London, Gander Green Lane, which is where we'll find Mick Payne. And Mick, you've watched a Yeovil win tonight. Did they full value for it in the end, or get a little bit lucky?
Well, strange for me, I just put it down. I think they're good value. Good value. Exactly what I just jotted down. Good value, Ed, in terms of that. 3 wins on the bounce. The confidence is sky high. Yes, they had to dig in a little bit today. You know, they got pegged back to 1-1, but then they've gone again. They've got the penalty. And say Aaron Jarvis has put that away with real panache, if you like. But they deserved it, you know, and they've created enough tonight. And as I said, the manager will be delighted, Richard Dryden, because you could see the players were playing for him. You know, they were playing for him tonight, you know, again. And the fans that were here, I think there's a good 150, might have been even more. They were absolutely delighted with the performance, the way they went about their business. As I said, they did what they did, Ed. They did things well with the football, and they also worked hard without the football. That's what you want from a team, and they dragged themselves to get that result. I'm really, really pleased for them.
And it's funny how that works sometimes, isn't it? Because, you know, you get a couple of wins, confidence is up that little bit more. They got the goal, got pegged back, and then it's almost like you've got that belief that, actually, you know what, if we keep going, we will get something out of this game. We'll get that next chance and a goal and 3 points.
Well, that's how I see it. You know, I said to Josh on commentary, I do believe they would fashion opportunities. They've got to have that belief. Sometimes you get knocked back, but you've got to go again. And good sides do that. When they get knocked out, not knocked back, they go again. I've got to say, the boy out wide for me, Josh Simmons, was I won't say a revelation, and it was just a really good performance from him. You know, again, he worked tirelessly for his team. Like a lot of the players did, but he was getting forward, you know, supporting, and he was doing a real lot of what I call the difficult work. If you word for you, like the dirty work, he's getting back, defending, doing all the hard stuff for his team. Everyone to a man has done really, really well. I've got to go back with Jed Ward in the first half. I've already mentioned it earlier, but it was a wonderful save that kept that scoreline at 0-0 at that time. If that goes in, the game could have been different. But all in all, a very, very classy performance, professional performance, and if you like, they used what I call game management at the end. They killed the game when needed and speeded it up when necessary. But he'll be delighted, and they go back on that coach night. All the players knowing they've done really well for their team. Yeah,
it's amazing how the bumps and bruises don't hurt quite as much when you got the other 3 points, isn't it? Mick, as ever, thank you ever so much for your company this evening. Enjoy what's left of your Tuesday evening.
Yeah, thanks very much, Ed, and good luck to Yeovil for the rest of the season.
Absolutely. That's Mick Payne, who's been part of our commentary team this evening at Gander Green Lane. So those 2 goals making it 3 straight wins for the Glovers. So Yeovil fans, get in touch. You know, there was a lot of disquiet about Richard Dryden getting that job permanently because, let's face it, the situation was unusual. We'll call it that, shall we, and leave it there. But 3 straight wins, and yes, you know, a couple of those teams are maybe not the strongest in the National League, but all of a sudden things are looking up. Is this a positive, or is it too early to tell, really?